Good morning, everyone. Sunday morning here, folks. How is everyone doing today? I'm tired. Okay, guys, stage 15. Looking at my green screen back there, over here, there. I don't like all that weird pixelation stuff. I'm going to change it all up, guys. Yesterday, and I just noticed here too, got a really short neutralized start today. I'm really liking that today. Some of these 10, 15 kilometer starts, they seem to drag on forever, don't they? Let's get into it, folks. GC after stage 14, after the assault of the Super Bannière ski station. Taddy in first, Jonas in second, Florian Lipowitz in third, Oscar only fourth. Wow, team picnic. Kevin Vauquelin still in fifth place. Well, he moved back up to fifth. He was third early in the tour. Primoz, sixth place. I'm looking at Primoz here. I wonder if Primoz can move up. He's gonna have a fight for fifth place for sure, and then I'm sure he's going for fourth. Could we see Red Bull, Bora, Hansgrohe, 3 and 4 in the GC? Unfortunately, we lost Remco yesterday. I do want to see if we can show you guys anything here. I know there's total crackdown of the tour right now. What can we do? Is this a short one or a long one? I don't even know. Well, looks like a short one here. This is from yesterday, guys. Team radio. So everyone was talking about going on the break yesterday. There was early attacks on the break yesterday. Look at this total LNGs. We believe in ourselves. This is where I watch Remco. Watch him slap. See the director there? Well, he didn't show up, but the director kind of tapped his hand and he kind of hit the door like, sorry, dude. Like almost like a hand clap, a handshake. Like at that point, I knew he was done. Lenny Martinez on the attack for a good majority of the day. And then we saw Tymon Arisman come to the front, winning his stage of the Tour de France yesterday. I did see afterwards, Taddy said he had nothing left. He did not have anything left for a counterattack to take the stage win. So, here, we're going to look at this here too. While we're just getting ready here, guys. This is Tymon at the end of the stage yesterday. He's a Dutch rider. Always got to make sure these are turned down. I think my master volume's down anyways. Yeah, guys, so home late last night. I think we walked in the door. I think it was like 11:47 or something. So, did the big stage yesterday. What a fantastic stage that was. Everyone just let me know what you thought of the stage yesterday. I've already got Bike Terra set up again for today. Just watching the Tudor riders go out here. Went for our steak dinner. I thought we'd be home around 9. We didn't leave there till 10:30. It was pouring rain. It's the summertime, so you just have like whatever it is you're going out for supper on. You don't have a jacket. So, yeah, I got soaked before I even got the car. Got home. Joey just absolutely cratered. I think I sat up for 15 minutes. And here we go again, folks. Here we go again. Yeah, look at Taddy here. Great champion. Comes over, congratulates him. Taddy even said himself, I just did not have the ability to bring him back today. So, guys, people get tired at the tour. People are getting tired at the tour. We've still got one more rest day to go. Let's take a look at this here. I do want to see what's going on with the stream. I've got that all set up for you. We're going to do that. Oh, yeah, I haven't set up this yet. Give me 1 second, guys. You'd think I'd know how to do this by now. You would think I would fully understand this. Guys, thanks for all the support in the stream yesterday. The channel's just growing. Guys, I think I'm less than 200 subscribers away from hitting 30,000. So, pretty excited about that. It's the views and it's the likes. That's what makes the channel, guys. Let's get this volume turned down here so I don't have to listen to myself. There we go. 1.6 kilometer start. We might actually be there already. Let me just get this all hooked up. We're going to skip through that, get the live chat going, guys. And we're set. I think we're going to have another banger of a stage, guys. Love all you riders that are up early. Tour de France fans, cycling fans, French fans, maybe I should say France fans in general. Let's take a look at the course today. Here we go, folks. We actually started just southwest of Toulouse again. So it's kind of really cool to go back and do all this stuff for me to see where we're starting every day. Dawn here's again. We lost Remco and Skelmos yesterday. Yeah, so Skelmos, I saw later on the day. Remember I said yesterday it looks like they bandaged him on the fly over top of his jersey. They thought he had some kind of internal bleeding in his arm, like an artery or a vein cut in there. Guys, it looks like a sprint profile. It's not. Looks like a sprint file, but it's not. Profile, it's not. Let's take a look here. Muret to Carcassonne. It is technically called a hilly stage. This is not a flat stage. 169.3 kilometers, 2,400 meters of elevation. Guys, the elevation that they're doing every day is just staggering to me. I think the biggest week I ever had on my bike was maybe 8,000 or 9,000 meters. That's a week. They did 5,000 yesterday. They're doing 2,400 today. So here's our stage today, guys. Take a look at it. Sprint point comes at 60 kilometers. This will go off so fast today. I need to get this one live. Kind of takes me different routes every day. Stage this guy here. We're going live. I bet you it's just taken off. It has just taken off now. So it looks like I'm about 700 meters behind. I would imagine that this is going to explode from the get-go. Probably just going to go off 26 degrees. Yesterday we were like 14, 15 degrees, even colder up top. So taking a look at the profile here, you can see we got our sprint point at 60 kilometers in. Let's have a look. Does it give us more details here? Yeah, it's 60 kilometers in. The sprint teams, Jonathan Milan, Tim Merlier, Bingham is desperate for a win now. I think he has really one chance after this. Next week, guys, third week of the tour is going to be very important. I'm sitting here at, what time is it, guys? It feels like I slept in today. It's 5:31 in the morning. It ain't none of those 4 o'clocks. I did take a look. I think the Ventoux day, I think it's a 4 a.m. start. So I'm going to have to really get my days figured out here, folks. Yeah, we've already got a tax, folks. We already have a tax. It's going to be hell-bent all the way to the sprint points. It's going to be breakaway teams. It's going to be sprint teams. I think eventually the sprint teams will end up controlling it. I'm just going to read the chat to make sure everything's coming through here, guys. Guys, any of you OG supporters here, people that like to hang out with me, guys, I feel like some of you are like totally part of the crew. Some of you guys are like real members of the Inside Cycling World family. Yeah, and it's just off the rip. Mauro Schmidt, Uno-X on the front. I think somewhere down the road, guys, if this gets bigger, I'm probably going to say I'd like a couple of you to be like a moderator here, maybe, just to keep an eye on the chat for me. I do like doing it myself, but just in case, you know. I love the suggestions for polls. Yeah, so Remco's out, Skelmos is out, Brian Kakar didn't start, and I think there was one other. Yesterday. Let's take a look. I did look yesterday, I think before we went out for supper. Let's look at the withdrawals yesterday. We lost 4 riders yesterday, I believe. There it is here. Steph Crass. I remember seeing him on the side of the road. Looks like he was in tears, and he did withdraw. Brian Kakar didn't start with that fractured bone in his hand. Remco started the Tourmalet and just said basically, F that. I am not doing that. And pulled out 2 kilometers in. Now, everything I've seen about Remco here, basically he said, one day off the bike, 1 bad day is okay. 2 bad days, 3 bad days, I'm out. I saw Taddy talking about it afterwards, basically saying, he goes, you never know when you get on the bike how you're going to feel. You get on the bike and you know you can't do it. Another thing to bring up yesterday, brakes going off, guys. Brakes going off here. Cofidis rider, Decathlon, and Bahrain Victorious are on the front, pushing hard right now, guys. Let's take a little look at our map. Here's the overall profile. starting just southwest of Toulouse, south-southwest of Toulouse, heading in an easterly direction, 60 kilometers, we get our first sprint. The last part of the stage, I will fire back here, guys, just to give you that route again. I want to see the route profile again. Muret into Carcassonne. Carcassonne is the walled city. Man, it's a place I want to see. So it looks like, oh wow, look at this last, let's say this last 10 kilometers here is like basically flat at Carcassonne, but you got these lumps, and it's this lump here, the Pas du Centre. It's only 3 kilometers, but it's 10%. The sprinters are not getting over that in the front group. There's no way, unless they get on a break in the valley system in between. We've got the Côte de Saint-Ferréol, Cat 3, the Côte de Sorez, Cat 3, then we got the Cat 2, just a series of them over 60 kilometers. My guess, breakaway day. I'm thinking we're going to have a breakaway. I think it's going to be crazy out there. Let's get to the race, folks. Let's get to the race. So everyone here, let me know how you're doing today, how you found the channel. Going to catch up with Dawn. Dawn's always in the mix, #1 already. Saw Bike Terror in your first thing this morning. Bike Terror, so good to see you. Hopefully today was able to get a good rest last night to church. Yeah, you know, Dawn, he looked tired after that stage yesterday. Just seeing who's on the front here. Is that? I can't tell who that is on the front. So Groupama's on the front. Arkea's got riders up there. I think that's a Visma rider trying to go with them too. I don't know who that is right now. Could be a Visma rider. Bahrain Victorious is there. And Poggy actually has a cold right now. Now, he's not hacking up a lung. He's not dying, but he said he had troubles breathing yesterday. I heard him clearing his throat a few times. He just sounds congested to me. So those are the kinds of things that he has to worry about. You know, when you wake up one day and you're like, oh man, I just feel like garbage today. What happened? It just comes out of nowhere. He might be going through that. I'm sitting here this morning, guys. Like I said, it's 5:36 in the morning. I wake up just over an hour ago. Well, an hour and a half ago. And I'm like, you know what? I still think the tour is on. I do not think the tour is over yet. I don't think UAE has it in the bag yet. We've still got a week to go. And the third week has been in the past. Guys, I'm only talking about the past. I'm not talking about this year. But in the past, that's when Jonas has done better. We have 3 massive stages coming up. So today is going to be our breakaway. Anyone that hasn't won anything is going to want to get into it because now they're in panic mode. Like, wow, we have 1 rest day left. And they know what's coming next week. Maybe if you haven't looked at the route guide yet, next week is the toughest week of this year's tour. So just going to hit it here. Upgrade your mind after 40. Good morning to you. Dawn, you are correct. Taddy is not an alien, nor is he a robot. He's a human, guys. And he was really complimentary. Looks like we got an EF rider trying to go off the front here, guys. Nielsen Powell, who's been pretty quiet this tour. Is he in this #1 group here? Let's slide this down, have a look. It is Nielsen Powell off the front, guys. One of the riders that's probably done the least for me so far this year at this tour. Used to seeing his name more. They've given him 27 seconds already. What I'm seeing here on screen right now, what I'm looking at there, I don't think it's 27, but it looks like it's opening up fast. Maybe they're letting 1 rider go. Got some team radio going on here. It's Arkea B&B Hotels. I didn't really pay attention, but Ineos were on the home. Trainers, Groupama too. At any rate, let's face it. Every team wants to be at the front. Except maybe UAE. So that's what Arkea B&B is saying to their boys. So I think what they're saying there is there were several teams that were warming up hard on their trainers, like smart trainers or even just dummy trainers at the buses. They weren't just like leisurely going. They want to be fully warmed up for the start of the stage. It's breakaway day, guys. This is not going to be a leisurely stroll into Carcassonne. I know at some points with Taddy having an over 4-minute lead now, people are like, "Oh, the tour's over, bro. The tour's over." That remains to be seen. That remains to be seen. Don's saying good morning, dudes, to everyone. Got the coffee going, waving to everyone. Great stage yesterday, today, and UAE looked comfortable all the way. Yep, they did. Upgrade your mind after 40, saying that. Poggy even put in that little dig at the end, put that little attack into Jonas. And actually, you know what? I thought he was right there, but yeah, there was a big separation there again. Very congratulatory of the winner, Aaronsman, yesterday. And he said, I had nothing left to bring him back. Like nothing. So fatigue is setting in for everyone, guys. Guys, I was listening to, we talked yesterday about Mr. 60%, Bjarne Riis. I actually, doing some stuff outside yesterday, I always have headphones in. I'm always puttering around out there. They said his hematocrit. Guys, hematocrit is your blood, red blood. I guess basically red, and this is very layman's, guys. Your red blood cell count by volume. Ooh, guys, we do have a bit of winds today. There's about a 20k an hour tailwind here. That is very interesting. If those winds hold up and possibly gust, we could have some echeloning happening. We are going out through some big, wide open fields here. So it's going to be crosswind, tailwind now, crosswind later. Tired legs, boys, tired legs. A little bit of inattention. People are getting fatigued. Going into the rest day tomorrow. Back to Bjarne Riis. His hematocrit, they said for the, I guess it's the year he won, I think that was 96. His hematocrit, 64%. Like basically maple syrup hematocrit. Like that's amazing to me. Don't know how he lived through that. Neil's here. Good morning. Just finished Mont Ventoux on Ruby, so just relaxing. I thought I'd catch this from it. Hey, Neil, good to see you. Neil, thank you very much for the coffee again yesterday, dude. Really appreciate it. Love the support. And I know that the Muckers have always supported me. You guys have always got my back. Once we get away from the tour and all that stuff, I'll be back doing some more of my other race videos. Cole Kane, direct from Saudi Arabia. Good morning to you all. 2:30 p.m. here today. I hope for a win in a breakaway group. And with the team, yeah, exactly, Cole. I'm looking for a team. Total Energies, maybe. Groupama, FTJ. Decathlon deserves a win. I'd love to see Bruno Amaral get out there. Carlson. I think Carl was here before. Carcassonne is my favorite board game. Yes, dude, I know exactly what you're talking about. I've only played it a few times. I might, you know what, later today, I might find a digital version on my phone. Just find like a mobile version, play against the AI. Guys, board games, fantastic. I know a lot of us play board games, but yeah, good way to spend your time. Don saying you can assign a mod. Yep, I think I'm going to be doing that in the future, guys. Don saying your channel came up on my feed when I was looking for 2025 Tour de France. 150 people already, guys. Sunday morning, people are relaxing, staying home today. Maybe they're out late like me. Guys, I don't even know how I'm doing this right now. I'm so fatigued right now, and gets even better. It gets even better, guys. So check this out. I found it yesterday going into town. Joey Jojo's mom called us. We haven't seen them yet for Joey's birthday. We're going out again today. So at 1:45, we're going to the golf, what do you call it? The golf clubhouse, the clubhouse, where her dad used to golf all the time. He doesn't golf anymore now. He's too old, which is sad, kind of, really. He used to live at that clubhouse. They lived in a community that was on that golf course in Airdrie. And, yeah, that's at 1:45. So it's kind of like finish this, start the chores. I won't have enough time to, like, go to bed and get the sleep I need. I had a very light sleep last night, just waking up. So yeah, I just got to get through that brunch, that late brunch, and then just get home. And then I've got a rest day tomorrow. John Mannion here from Ireland. Howdy, Colin. Greetings from Galway. Come on, Ben. Yes, cheering for Ben Healy here. Robert's back. Good morning from Oregon. Thank you for your channel, Colin. Poggy sick is breaking news for me. Yeah, he talked about it yesterday. He says, I'm having troubles breathing. He wasn't hacking up a lung, but several times during his post-race interviews, he was clearing his throat. It even looked like his nose was red to me. So, it obviously affects him. Okay, so that was Robert here. Upgrade your mind. Oh, Robert, Upgrade is from Kingston, Ontario. Dude, I didn't know you were Canadian. Oh, the Cafe Bonbon. John, what's the Cafe Bonbon again? We talked about it. Refresh my memory on that one. That was a few days ago. What's up, guys? Tequila Nichols here. Hope all's well. Direct from France. Tequila, where are you in France, if you'll let us know? Don saying, I would like to see Nielsen, Sepp, Matteo, and Quinn each with a win by the end of... Yeah. Who else do we have for Americans there? We have... I think we have... we have Will Barta. He showed up at the Tour de France this year. I've seen him on screen. Just trying to think of any other Americans we have. I think there's 5 or 6 Americans perhaps. Looks like Tobias Foss was pushing on the attack there. Let's take a look. It's going to be real rowdy at the front, I think, today, guys. All these sprinters, they don't really have much chance of it. So Nielsen Palace up front. Looks like Foss is trying to bridge up to him. Yeah, there's Tobias Foss there from Ineos Grenadiers. What a great day for Ineos Grenadiers yesterday. Carlos Rodriguez and Aaronsman flying up the standings. I think Rodriguez did move up 1 position overall. Lutsenko for Israel Premier Tech and Fedorov. I looked this guy up here, Fedorov, who's 161st overall. He's actually a really good time trialist, if you can believe that. Hasn't really shown up in the Tour, but he placed quite well last year at the UCI Road Time Trial Championships, which, guys, I'm doing that in September too. I've got the feeds. I've got all the stuff I need to help me do it. That will be in September, so it's going to be women's road race, men's road race, and the TTs. So I'm already thinking about the future, what we're going to be doing. Looks like we got 3 riders in that group. I can see the replay here forming now. So yeah, we're going to have this barn burner today. I'm doing my thing. I'll be off tomorrow, riding my bike probably. 1 day off. And then Steven Cycle sent me a message. I didn't see it till late last night. This is after I've gotten completely drenched trying to get to the car to go pick Joey back up at the restaurant. I looked at my phone and he says, 1 rest day, and then you're going 13 days straight. And I'm like, oh my. I'm just exhausted from that. So guys, I think what he means by 13 days straight. So we're going to start the Tour again on Tuesday, the 3rd week, the final week, the hardest week of the Tour this year. And let's quickly go over that. So Monday, chill out. Have your bonbon. Have your cafe bonbon. I better look here quickly. Rogelio's here. Hey, Rogelio, where are you from? Okay, EF, keep it steady there, Nielsen. It's not going to be a finish. What does that say? It's not going to be finished behind you, but if you stay out there like this, you can save yourself an intense effort to make the split. Okay, so keep something in your feet. I think they're just saying, just keep going at your pace. Let others catch up with you. You won't have to do that intense effort. You've already got it. Just stay there. Don't fall back now. So they've given him a bit of a gap right now. Rest day tomorrow. And there's a lot of people saying, oh, the Tour's over. The Tour's over, bro. Tour's over. I'm like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? The Tour's not over, guys. The Tour is not over until UAE and Taddy cross that finish line on the Champs-Elysees. That's when it's over. Before that, we have a rest day tomorrow. These guys are going to sleep in. They're going to do nothing. That's not true. They're going to ride their bikes for 2 to 3 hours. Still have to stay upright then. I should have looked. I thought about this. I wonder if anyone has gotten seriously injured on the rest day in the past, just so anything can happen. Tuesday, we're climbing Mont Ventoux. We are climbing the Giant of Provence on Tuesday. I think the weather's supposed to be sweltering that day. Wednesday looks like the last chance for the sprinters, because I think this year, with the way they've changed the Champs-Elysees, the traditional sprinters are not going to be racing for stage victory on stage 21. It's going to be more of a long-range sprinter. It could be like a Wout. It could be like a Mathieu van der Poel, a Matty Mohoric, someone like that. Strong dude, actually, and we barely seen Matty this year, but he's here for Bahrain Victorious. Stage Thursday, so this is after the last real sprint day. There are some rollers on it too. Thursday and Friday. So one, we do the Col de la Lotes, 3 HCs in the same day, guys. We did 2 yesterday. We have 3 HCs. I think it's more climbing than yesterday. I'll show you the profile in a bit. Friday, we're doing the, I think, Chambry. I think that's what it is on Friday. With just the same amount of climbing again. It just takes one poor day on one climb, and you could lose 10 or 15 minutes. So that's where my brain is going right now. Robert, same Dawn, best crop of American Tour riders ever. All these guys are legit stage. Yep, absolutely, dudes. Quinn, it could be Team Quinn again today. Guys, what are your thoughts about Remco? Feel bad for the guy. Just like bailing on the Tourmalet, 2.5 kilometers in. Even Colin got up the Tourmalet. He must have been feeling horrible. And you could see by the day before, to get caught by Jonas, the UCI World Time Trial Champion from last year, Olympic champion, and he gets caught. So he's obviously way off his game. And the stage before, he did terrible. So pulled the pin and he was out of there. William Gurney here. Hey, William. William looks like a dude. He says, my dad plays golf twice a week at 95. That's awesome, dude. Awesome stuff. Guys, you know, your parents, enjoy your time with them. I noticed with Joey Jojo's dad that his health, he's healthy, but just in the last couple years, he's really slowed down. And we've got a crash out here, guys. We got a 2-door rider down. Arkea BB. This looks like one rider's down. He's holding his shoulder. Dude, no, please. Come on. You can't be out. Looks like at least 10, 11 riders involved in that crash. Movistar rider down over here. We got a Visma rider down. Back up already, though. There's only one rider down on the ground. And he's sitting right in the middle of the... it's Julian Alaphilippe, folks. Julian's down. He looks to be in pain. I think Julian's out. Guys. Yep, Julian's gone to the medical car, so he's up. The way he was holding his arm in, probably just trying to protect it. Let's go through this quickly here. Nielsen Palos on the front. 4-second lead. There's a chasing group. Tobias Foss, Lutsenko, and Fedorov. We saw them earlier. I think Lipowitz must have went down in that crash. They got the camera on him, and he has 2 teammates with him. I think he was just someone that had to put a foot down. Actually, there's a 4th Bora rider there. Start of the stage. All the teams are kind of sticking together. So they're going to have to pace him back on. Let's see what's going on here. So we got 3 chasing. Then we're just 9 seconds back to the peloton here. So we got 54 riders there. That's how many people were involved in that crash. We've got 100 riders probably got affected by the crash. Julian is back on his bike. You can see them pushing him back on. And here's our group. We have 104. I said 100. Vingegaard is in that group. Only's in that group. What do you know? Mr. Lucky himself, Tadej Pogacar, is in that front. He's very lucky, this dude. Very lucky. And let's keep it that way, guys. I don't want to see anyone crash out. Yeah, it's exciting when you see stuff like that happen, but I don't wish anyone bad luck. I don't want to see anyone crash out. I'm just telling you guys how I see it. I can see Visma pushing pretty hard in this group. So this must be the chase group here. They're trying to get back on right now. I'm going to figure out who this is here. Catch up. So yeah, William, awesome that your dad's still getting out twice a week at 95. Must have stayed in shape all his life. Don, you were never too old. My friend's grandpa rolled in a bowling league and played 9 holes of golf at 91. Yes, dude. That's who I want to be. I want to be that old dude who's in shape. Oh, let's go bang out 30 miles on the bike. Let's hit it. Leading group, William Gurney. It's Nielsen Paulus right now. He's being chased by 3 riders. It looks like it's came back together already. So, yeah. It looks like Nielsen, the 3 escapees that were trying to bridge up to him, have now joined Taddy, Matteo, Victor Campenarts, Mathieu van der Poel. So there was a crash that left like about 105 riders behind. Very, very skinny little road, like a ridiculously skinny. Looks like a tiny roundabout through a little town here. Okay, that's the polka dot jersey there of Martinez. He's wearing it today anyways. Does he actually have it? Does he actually have it? Or is it? He does have it. That's right. We did know that yesterday. I think Taddy had 57 yesterday. Yeah, crash in the peloton here. It's showing it here now. Florian, yeah, he was there. Lenny was there. Julian's the one that looked the worst affected. So let's see how that's going to affect Julian later on the stage. These guys are quick to rebound. The adrenaline kicks in. They're back on their bikes. And then they start realizing, oh, I broke my collarbone. Or something like that. Yep, it does say here the Frenchman suffers from his left shoulder. I saw him protecting his shoulder. Jordi Meuse and Gianni Moscon are pacing Lipowitz back to the front. And again, a lot of guys were just putting their feet down. We've got a couple of little peloton groups here. We've got 3 riders of Visma. 2 of them pacing Jonas back to the front behind the Visma car. Careful, boys, don't draft too much. So it's a huge group back here, and they are absolutely strung out, guys. Hey, someone gave me an idea a few days ago. I think it was Colin Coates. He said you need a standing desk. I might switch to a standing desk to do this, because I know when I stand, I'm a lot more animated, and that's part of the channel. Tequila. Tequila is outside of Paris in Évreux for the moment until the end of the race, then heading to Lyon. I love it. Thanks for letting us know. John Manu, equal parts condensed milk, okay, a bomb, double espresso, whipped cream, small coffee cup, comes up layered, impressive both visually. Okay, well, I could make that, but mine would not be impressive visually. It would just be like a glob, and I would devour it probably like in a millisecond. But I'm going to try that out. I do have one good coffee machine upstairs versus the the standard drip one that always makes a mess. I saw a few seconds of video from Will Barta's bike, but haven't seen it again. Looked like a live stream. Yeah, someone was saying that there was some live streams going on. Yeah, John here, big crash, road furniture village. Yeah, it looked like it was just a small, it might have been a little tiny traffic circle, but the road just squeezed down. You've got 170 riders hitting it. I'm going to catch up with him. Hey, Neil, thank you so much again, Neil. Me and Neil are having a coffee here together tonight, guys. Come on, guys, let's get calling a few coffees. Guys, I really need caffeine in me today. And I keep whining, and I don't want to sound like one. Actually, here's the Bora team. There's 4 of them here, pacing up. Actually, you know what? I didn't know they all wear a Red Bull helmet. I just noticed that now. So it's kind of funny seeing that because I'm so used to seeing Vout wear that. Tom Pitcock wears that. Hey guys, don't forget next month, August, we get to see Tom Pitcock race again. He will be at the Vuelta. Q36.5 team will be there. Neil, thank you so much, dude. I appreciate it. Me and Neil are having a big sip of coffee together here. Dawn, there was a chat yesterday that said the Tour de France is designed to crack even the best riders. I think they went back to the diabolical way of approaching these race routes. That's what it should be. Let's get back to the hard days. I'd love to, like I said, guys, I'd love to see bigger time trials, and how about some insanely long stages? Like, let's just bang out a 300-kilometer stage. Like, that's what they used to do. They were doing that in the 90s. And it's just getting shorter and shorter and shorter because I guess people are too busy doom scrolling. They can't watch the tour. Robert, I don't know how to send money. It's fine, dude. Don't worry about it. Would like to support some cash. There's a way you can contribute on the bottom, but guys, this is just the above and the extra, the beyond stuff that does help the channel. I was talking to a buddy last night at dinner. His name's Ronnie. What does he do? He does asphalt, and he's a country singer. He's actually got songs out there. He's actually toured. I'm not a country fan. He's a very good singer though, and he's a very good guitarist. He was. I think he was in the first group of 10 people that ever subscribed to my channel. And he goes, yeah, I still see your videos. They pop up, and he's like, holy crap, dude, what happened? I'm like, the Tour de France is what happened, and live commentary. So he's got me pumped and motivated. So I'm just pushing forward on it, guys. Just pushing forward. So Robert, yeah, just guys, it's always going to be available for everyone. This is never going to be locked away for anyone. Don here, I understand my friend's dad, who was my bike team's captain, is like Superman to me, but he has declined a lot after he reached 8 years old. I still call him and talk to him every day about this tour. Yeah, dude, you've only got your health. That's all you really have, guys. Reading through the chats here. Neil, there's a $sign. Okay, Neil's just telling you there's a $sign next to the chat box. Yeah. Okay, we got some radio guys. UAE. Guys, Jonas crash. Lipowitz crash. So this is in the past. If you can slow down the group, Taddy, today. So I think they're saying slow it down. This goes back to a few days ago when they basically sat up and waited for him. So it looks like maybe UAE was driving hard and now they're being told, hey guys, you probably should slow it down. But that looks like that's happened to me. I have a leading group showing up, just 3 riders. Ooh, dudes, take a look at it on screen right now. I just want you to look at something. Sometimes I'm so lucky and I guess things right. In this 3-rider breakaway, looks like they're just off the front. Mathieu van der Poel, Nielsen Palace. Okay, groups are coming together. Lysenko, there's one name in there that just popped up. Matty Mahoric's in there. His name just disappeared off screen. I got to find it because I did say it earlier. There's Matty Mahoric. He's 3 hours down overall. Today's a day for him. Today's his kind of day. I love seeing that. When I actually forecast something that might be right, yeah, I like that. Okay, upgrade your mind, dude. Thank you so much. Let's hype the channel up. He's saying here from Kingston, Ontario. Dude, thank you so much. Coffee time, bro. Coffee time. Let's get it. Let's get it, guys. So yeah, I've got a huge push of cycling coming forward, guys. I hope you guys can join me for the women's tour. That's going to be going on every day. It actually starts next Saturday, the 26th, which I thought it was the 27th. So I'm going to have an overlap. So I think I'm going to have to finish the tour up Saturday, Sunday. That's almost sad that the tour is finishing up next Sunday. The women's 2 stages will go off. I'll start on Monday, and I'll probably come on like an hour and a half before the stream, early again, and do like a review show, like a live review show, catch everyone up. So I'm going to do that. Upgrade your mind from Kingston, Ontario. Thank you so much, dude. Really appreciate it. Let's celebrate. What do I do here? Dude, I got to get better at this. I really got to get better at this. Let's celebrate there. Okay, reading that there. IKEA has standing desks. The desk in my office are yeah, dude, I'm really thinking about it. I'm on a tiny little desk here. I've got a second tiny desk down behind me. Oh, I was supposed to set up my camera today to show you my smart trainer setup, which Joey said don't do that. Leave that for a video. Guys, let's take a look here. 9 riders on the front. This is kind of a scary little group. They've only got a 16-second gap, but, Campenarts, time trial ability. Mathieu van der Poel, just the all-around wickedest guy on the planet. Caden Groves there, too, with Mathieu. Matty Mahoric. A lot of guys who can put down a lot of power. We got the yellow jersey group here. Wow. Okay, so, where's Jonas right now? I just got to say, I just saw Groenewegen is in this group, and I'm actually watching a replay of the Van der Poel attack, and of course it was him that went on the attack. Looks like Matty is right in his wheel. It's a Bahrain Victorious rider and a Total Energies rider. But at this point, I'm kind of surprised that... Wow. Okay, guys. Here's my question of the day. New question. Remember a few days ago when Poggy crashed? They're not waiting for him. Poggy's not waiting now. Just let me know in the comments what are you thinking about that. So here's Poggy. He does have Matteo Jorgensen with him, who has had a couple of horrendous days. This is a group of 28 riders. Grant Thomas is there. Wout's there. Okay, so we do have Visma riders here. I bet you there's some stuff being said in these groups right now. Who's all here with Taddy, though? I just noticed that. Tim Wellens. Okay, so we just got Poggy, Tim Wellens. Yeah, there's only Poggy and Tim Wellens in this group. So, guys, what I'm thinking, what are my thoughts about it? Yeah, they should have waited. Fair is fair, right? But I think it's just the way it evolved. There's a ton of UAE guys back there. They're not even waiting for their own teammates. They're just hoping it's all going to come back together. And Alpecin saying, we ain't waiting. We're going. We're not waiting for you. It's part of bike racing. Again, upgrade your mind. Thank you so much, dude. I wonder how I can... Loving it, guys. I absolutely love it. Yeah, so I'm thinking about getting a standing one. Robert, dude. Okay, man. Really appreciate you supporting too, Robert. Yeah, this is perfect right here. Love it. Guys, all this goes to help building the channel even further. There's still more stuff I want to get. This could be the fund for a better setup in here. Like my setup is just all over the place. It's kind of, I'm in a spare bedroom. What I'm doing right now, if you can believe this. So I rode my bike yesterday. Again, it's right back here behind me. I'm leaving everything set up in the direction I'm looking at right now. Joey doesn't like my camera setup. She says the camera's a bit too high. Okay, fine. We got to figure that out too. When I'm doing my bike rides using my cycling software, I don't want to touch the streaming setup. I'm leaving everything over here. So I'm kind of riding my bike this way, and I'm just looking out of the corner of my eye at the screen. Okay, how am I doing? Okay, we're doing that. It's just I don't have enough equipment here, so I got to keep working on it. So guys, all this stuff goes right back into the channel to make it better. The mic's good, but I probably need another monitor in here. I do all the streaming on one monitor. The other monitors are just for me to watch and for me to talk to you guys. But I should be picking up another monitor here. I'm going to have a look today. Robert saying, number one guy in the chat right now is Robert. Appreciate the content, watching the Belgian feed in Flemish, and nice hearing English. Robert, appreciate you being here, dude. You're a huge part of this community. Evan here. Evan's in the mix. Colin, have you seen any kind of speculation on Ineos doping? I saw, dude, that is floating around. And I was kind of like just doing stuff around the house yesterday, and they said there was something leaked about an Ineos team member, not a bike rider. Someone had leaked some information as to what was going on in the past, which I don't know exactly what that means. If you know, why don't you let us know in the chat here, and we can discuss that. We got 14 riders in the front group, guys. 14 riders up there. Okay, so this is nice to see. So, guys, it's hard to say what's going on. Jonathan Milan is now being picked up by the peloton, so he must have went up ahead. Looks like he survived the crash, no problems. I think at first, UAE and the others just kept the pressure. They just kept riding at their pace. I don't want to say that they were attacking, but there was a radio order from UAE, hey Taddy, and they said his name in the message. You need to slow it down. So maybe he was being a bit too competitive there. Maybe. But I think it was more of just how it was evolving. Remember, there was a ton of UAE riders back there as well. I want to make sure that everything I do on this channel is super unbiased, and I've always been that way. And I want to cover all the riders. So I think it's just how it evolved. Okay. Yeah, so there's something going on in Ineos about doping. There's some information being leaked. David Geisler, at work now, listening to you, love your commentary, dude. I appreciate it so much. Yeah, some guys, people, just the commentary, the voice. Someone said yesterday, some dude said, and I said, hey, dude, thank you. He said, dude, your voice is so soothing. Well, that's part of it, right? Whatever, it's just a voice. But you got to have a voice that sounds half decent. If you've got a really annoying voice, and trust me, I've heard them out there. I've heard people with ooh, there's more attacks going off here, guys. A little bit of a replay here. But Jonathan Milan's already struggling off the back of this group. Let's take a look, guys. They should be all back together here now. So UAE was definitely telling them, hey, slow it down up there, guys. Not cool. Slow it down. So here's the Jonathan. Wow, it's all kind of... So 20 riders again here in the yellow jersey. Peloton's right on them. So it's just the way they're displaying it right now, guys. Broom wagon's coming up behind us. When we start turning to the northeast here, There's a chance for some crosswinds developing there. It'll be more of a crosswind across their left shoulder. So also going to be a bit of a tailwind. David, dude, you're working on a Sunday. Listen to the commentary. I love it, dude. I love it. Hopefully it makes your workday go a little bit quicker and you can stay informed as to what's going on. So we do. Oh, there's Campenarts with his Aero helmet. Mathieu van der Poel is right there. Matty Mahoric, remember his descent at Milan San Remo? I love that. That guy has got guts. Pedo here, Pedo. New commenter saying Poggy doesn't wait after crash. Yeah, he didn't wait. I don't know how hard he was pushing, but he was told to slow down. Basically, hey Taddy, you need to slow that group down. So it's good that UAE did that. Maybe Taddy got caught up in the moment. Maybe it just kind of evolved that way. It wasn't like he was going all in attacking up the Perigoods on the TT day. It wasn't nothing like that. Yep, Tony, see here, radio from you said to keep it slow paced, allow them to catch. Yep, they did. I saw that too, Tony. Good catch. Yeah, dude. Upgrade your mind after 40. Could slide your trainer underneath your training desk. Yeah. So guys, I am basically in. I call it the 10x10 cube. Just a stupid thing I came up with a long time ago. And I try to put like a little descriptor behind it every time. I'm in basically a 10x10 spare bedroom in the basement. I'm kind of in the dungeon down here. But it's funny too. Depends where you come from in the world. I got a friend down in Vegas. He goes, "You're in the basement? Like, Vegas doesn't have basements. At best, they might have a crawl space." I'm like, dude, no, in Canada here, and not everywhere, but out in the West, everyone has a basement. It's like just another developed level of your house. You go down 8 stairs, and you're in another level of your home. So I'm in a bungalow, so it's even better. So I only have that one set of stairs going down. Bungalow, what's that? Maybe you guys don't use that term. Just your main house is just on one level. Okay, shout out to Chris Burchard, my realtor friend in Calgary, ex-geologist as well. There's no work for us guys. And he's talking about the value of bungalows in Calgary because if you look at new communities in North America, every house is a 2-story. And if you see a bungalow, it's like, what is that thing? They're more expensive to build. So yeah, I think I will be looking to that standing desk, guys, and maybe even a new. I like these little cheapo computer desks, that kind of go up and down. They're kind of like a TV tray desk almost. That's what I'm using right now. I'll still keep that. Okay, Tony C. Lance, hate him or love him, he always understood compassion during race crashes. He waited and told the whole. Yeah, he was kind of like the last patron of the tour. Like, he kind of made the rules up. No, we're not doing that today. Maybe some of it was too much. Like, some of the stuff I've heard about him now again. That one French rider who was, like, out there. I think he was documenting it. I'm riding the Tour de France, and I'm not doped. And basically, Lance threatened him, like, basically every day. Not cool. I did see a little snippet yesterday with Phil talking. And he was talking to 2 guys on a random YouTube podcast. I'm seeing Biniam in a move here now, so I think there's more guys trying to bridge up. Take a look. We got 15 riders in this front group. Campenarts, Vouts up there. I said this could be a Vout day too. Kind of like the long-range strongman attack. Mathieu van der Poel's there too. This is not the Vout of 3 years ago or even 2 years ago. Hopefully he's got his wheels under him. His legs are back. Caden Groves up here could sprint. Matty Mahoric. The second group on the road, 3 riders. There's Binyam Girmay. He wants the green jersey points, guys. He knows it's today he needs to get points at the intermediate. He's not getting them at the end. Well, we'll see. We'll see. See if the sprinters can pull something special off today. Radio coming in, folks. Looks like Team Bora. Hang on. What is happening? There's no problem. Taddy is actually... Fair play. Taddy's actually... Poggy, fair play. He is trying to calm down everyone to let us come back to the bunch. Yeah, guys, they weren't waiting. They were not waiting. That could have been Taddy saying, well, I'm going to wait, but I'm in a group that's just attacking like crazy. Some of these other teams, they need to get something out of this tour. So it's just kind of how it evolved. I don't want to poo-poo on Taddy too much, but we'll figure that out. Pedo here saying, I don't know why the British comments say it's incredible that Taddy didn't wait. Chris Man here, are you Canadian? Chris, first question, why do you think I'm Canadian? What did I say today that you think I'm Canadian? Dude, right here, okay, I finished reading a question, or Minnesota. Dude, yeah, we kind of talk the same. There's a lot of words in the northern states. Guys, Americans and Canadians, all this tariff junk that's going on, we still love each other. We just hate the politics. I've met so many cool people from the States. When I meet an American, I'm like, dude, you're just like us. We're just like us. We drive the same cars. We watch the same TV. We enjoy the same sports. Who's getting a little push on the back here? Who is that? We're the same people, guys, Americans and Canadians. But we got this goofy tariff crap going on. And I'm in support of Canada throwing it right back. I don't want to say any names on here, at U.S. government leadership right now, because we're just getting hosed. But yeah, dude, yeah, Canadians, we met people at the Denver concert, the Metallica concert in Denver. They sat right in front of us, so we chatted them up before the concert. He was from the Dakotas. First thing I asked him, I go, dude, oil and gas? He goes, yeah, how'd you guess? Because I know, dude. I know where all the basins are. If you're a field oil and gas guy, you know your field. If you're like an exploration geologist, your thing is to know all the fields across North America. Do I know them all? I know of them. I've worked a lot of them. So I just had an instant connection with him. As a North Dakotan, it's like he's like just a regular dude out of Saskatchewan. They ended up living 2.5 miles from the Saskatchewan border, like the Canadian-U.S. border. And they go across the border all the time for hockey tournaments. So, same people. So, okay, so maybe that's why I thought. But yeah, dude, I'm Canadian and I live in Alberta. So I'm directly above Montana. Pedo asking, is Taddy going to win today? I do have a poll up right now. I said Breakaway, Big Sprinters Day, or Today Day. We'll see. We'll see. I think Taddy's going to be getting some rest because in the past when Taddy has looked weaker than Jonas, it's been in the last week. That's where Jonas has always kind of gotten ahead of him. Stage 17, 18, in that range. We're getting there. That front group with Campenarts is going hard now, guys. 37-second gap. See what Race Radio is saying here. Alaphilippe's back in the bunch. Doctor was asking if he needed more attention. He doesn't. Vauquelin did have a mechanical here. I didn't see that on screen. I haven't seen that yet. So Bingham trying to get up in that group. Is he in there now? I think he's still chasing, but the peloton's also moving pretty quick right now too. They don't want this to get away. Trek will be working hard. Okay, so here we are, guys. All back together. I wonder what goes through their head at this point. Like, dude, you didn't wait for us. Dude, yeah, I did. I did wait for you. But yeah, it's going to be one of those things. I got to turn that up, guys. My eyes are really tired today. If Taddy's anywhere near the front, dude, he will try for the win. He's like the most competitive guy out there to me. But he can't win every. Colin Coates is here. Morning, Colin. Colin, we were just talking about the stand-up desk that you mentioned yesterday. I think I'm going to look into that. I think I'd rather stand up and be even crazier on screen. Because I know when Joey goes, yeah, you should. She goes, when you talk, I'm an animated talker. So we're going to look into that. Dawn's cheering for the broom wagon driver as I cheer for the Zamboni driver. Yes, Dawn knows what a Zamboni driver is. I love it, Dawn. Going to keep my coffee going in. Keeping the coffee going in, guys. I'm going to look at the poll here quickly. What are you guys saying right now? Let's see how this can change. 43% said Breakaway win. Big Sprinters fight. Today Day. Taddy Day. To die. Whatever you want to call him. Like I said yesterday, I'm not Slovenian. I'm just going to say it how I want to say it. If I ever met him, I'd be like, hey, Taddy. And he'd look at me probably weird. I'd be like, oh, whatever. I bet you he doesn't care. I'm going with Breakaway too. So let's get back here. So we're cheering on the Zamboni driver. Guys, Zamboni, let me know if you know what that is. Obviously Don does, but someone tell me what a Zamboni driver is. David Geisler, thank you. Appreciate you. Just joined your channel. Thank you. God bless you and your channel. Dude, thanks for being here. Guys, we're on the way to 30,000 subs. I'm thinking I'm going to grow that way beyond that. It's one of these things. Guys, when I first started the channel way back when, I think there was one video, my very first video, I didn't have one view in the first week. And I was just like, wow. Like, how pathetic is that? It's so hard to get into the mainstream and get views. It's very hard to be found by people on here. So when you guys like the videos, share it with your bros. You guys are probably doing a better job at promoting the channel than I am. 223 people here, guys. Absolutely fantastic. Joey does a lot of stuff in the background for me too. You know, there's always that typical husband-wife, you should do this, you should do that. I'm not doing that. I'm doing that. You know, that kind of stuff. But she's trying to do, like, take some of my stuff I'm doing here and make shorter videos. And I've told her now, I said, you know what? I just do not have time to do it myself. I can't take this and edit it down. Because, guys, I'm sifting through 5 hours of video. It's not in me. I want to ride my bike. I want to stay in shape too. So she's got some stuff. Yeah, upgrade your mind. Basement is my man cave. A lot of us Canadians, we love our basements. I've got my big TV out there. I've got the Xbox out there. Got the huge sectional. That's my zone. When Joey's watching too many videos about how women kill their husbands, I just head to the basement. That's a lot cooler too. So guys, up here in Canada, well, okay, so upgrade your mind. I guarantee you, I'm going to say he has whole house. He has central AC. Because Ontario is generally hotter than Western Canada and way more humid. They actually have the humidex here. There. We never talk about, oh geez, the gendarmes, police motorbikes were basically bunny hopping road furniture there. This looks like Kevin Bockelon coming back on now. I think we've only got 2 groups, guys. We've got a strong bunch out front of 15 runners. 41 seconds 9. We're getting closer to that sprint point. Who's in here? Who's important in the sprint here? I mean, I think I saw Caden Groves was in there, wasn't he? Maybe he's not. Ooh, Arnold DeLee's there. So to me, him, Matthew Vanderpool's here, Wout van Aert's here. Those are probably our 3 guys who might contest the sprint. I am seeing, let's take a look here at the live tracking again. So yeah, at this point here, the wind's coming from the left-hand side of the road, basically straight out of the west. So they're getting more of a tail crosswind there. Wow, Timon Aronson's on the front of this group here of the peloton. Yep, there's Taddy. Taddy's about 8-9 riders back. That guy yesterday absolutely killed it, and I saw he had a fantastic ride on stage 10 too. That guy needs a pay raise. That guy needs a pay raise right there. Let's get back to the chat here. So yeah, upgrade your mind. He does have the basement. That's his man cave. He lives in Kingston, Ontario. Probably a central air. Out here in the west, we don't have AC as much. We don't really get humidity here. We never talk about the humidex here. That's not a thing. It's so dry here. Robert, Visma is trying to execute a plan. UAE ain't having it. Well and so good as road captain. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, looking at it right now, Jonas is sitting in front of one Visma rider. Guys, it's pretty hectic and frantic in this group here. Again, I've seen lots of comments, and mostly the main media sources. Like, there's a lot of media sources you can watch on YouTube. I have a hard time watching it because it's so, I don't know, maybe it's too staged. They're trying to be like news broadcasts, flashy, things in the background, and it's all scripted, it seems. I don't like that style at all. I like just off the cuff. Oh yeah, someday I might spill my coffee. You might see Pop-Tart crumbles falling down. Team Simmons at the front here too. He's riding right behind Timon Aronson. We got Picnic is up there too, rating to his team car right now. Jonas sitting 7th or 8th back, and Taddy's right with him. Let's keep an eye on that. Gonna get through the chat here. Almost everything Lance did was too much in all his activities. Wink, wink. I hear what you're saying. Oh, yeah. So I was talking earlier. I saw a quick clip yesterday. Phil Liggett talking to two guys. I don't know who they are. I don't know if it was a cycling channel I was watching. But he was saying that basically they were actually talking about an event in Calgary. I was in Calgary last night. And basically, because Phil said, hey, guys, I really appreciate you not asking me any questions about Lance. And it must be now, basically he said, because Phil did say, apparently Lance doesn't think I'm too old to commentate anymore. They are showing winds being 21 kilometers an hour. Echelons are forming right now, guys. There's a huge group here on the back. Arkea B&B Hotels. Obviously trying to bring back Kevin Vauquelin right now. Yeah, definitely. There's some echelons formed. The whole team was probably sitting back there waiting for him. Tim Merlier is stuck back here in this echelon too. They're not that far back though. They're maybe 30 meters back. So Phil said to them, he said, guys, thank you for not asking me any questions about Lance. And because of that, I'm going to tell you a story about Lance. He kind of offered it out. So basically, this must have been at the end of Lance's, when he looked good to the public. He said, he sent a message to him. Someone else said, hey, we need you to show up for this thing in Calgary. I think it was a fundraiser for cancer again. It was bike rides with Lance. Calgary does have a lot of oil money still, even though I don't. And Phil didn't believe him. And he's like, then he said he was at a race. And basically Lance stormed up to me. You going to be in Calgary? And Phil was like, okay. Phil said, he goes, they did pay me to do all the emceeing and attend and all that stuff. He goes, yeah, they did that. And his thing was, he goes, there's two sides to Lance. You know, there's the side where he did all that good, and then there's the other side. He said, after that event, I've never spoken to him. And I'm like, when was that? Like, when would Lance have been doing rides, raising money for Cancer Foundation? That would have been probably back, 2012? Before it all broke out? Because I bet you Phil feels pretty jaded, pretty betrayed, doing all that commentary, talking about Lance, praising him, and then being, one of those things. He did say, too, that at that event in Calgary, that particular event's raised something like $2.5 million. So he did do a lot of good. So wink, wink. Right back at you, Tony. Upgrade your mind. Are the norms of waiting for a crash different earlier in the stage versus later? I guess it depends who crashes, what the state of the race is. I think UAE was saying, hey guys, they waited for us, we better wait for them. Or, like I said before, I don't know if Taddy was attacking. I didn't see it. I think the other riders were like, okay, we got to go. We're going to go. Because they're racing for anything they can get. It's Taddy's job to say, hey guys, slow it down. Or I guess Taddy could have slowed down by himself. I mean, he did stay with that group. He still wants to race, right? Okay. Trying to catch up, guys. I start falling behind really bad. Chris Mann looks new here. I've got a $5 on Tim Wellens for today. I hope Poggy wants to help one of his teammates win. Yeah, it'd be nice to see the teammates win. I love seeing that when the team leader tries to help a teammate get a win. Upgrade your mind of 40 again. If by later you're thinking last 3 kilometers, then I can say I have never seen a sprint team slow up for anything. Oh yeah, after the 3 kilometer rule, they don't have to wait, because if you crashed in that 3 kilometers, you're gonna get the same time as the bunch you were in. So if you were in a bunch of 150 riders, let's say there's 20 riders off the back, and you're in that 150, and you crash in the last 3K, and they finish up the road, the sprinters go crazy. Peloton strung out so long right now, it's crazy. The heat is on. Let's look here. We still got our group out front. Looks like there's riders trying to bridge up. Green jersey out the back. Yeah, so it is showing the splits happening. There was some crosswind action there, folks. Echelons were forming. Let's take a look at the map and see where we are. So it's not much, but it's just over the shoulder a little bit, and I think it's split the field apart. They were also waiting for Kevin Vauquelin back there. So might have been a bit of hesitancy. Broomwagon is sitting right behind them today. This guy wants to scoop him up, doesn't he? Look at this Pac-Man action here. So here's the main group, 76 riders. Lipowitz is up there, so he got right back up there. Only's there. Primos is there. Tobias Johansson. Big win of the Tour so far for me. We got the sprinters back here. Kevin Vauquelin's back here. Showing the wins again. They are showing the wins again on screen. 21 kilometers an hour, and now it's coming straight out of the east where they're traveling. Sorry, straight out of the west where they're coming here right now. So any of this road that's kind of snaking towards the northeast is quite dangerous. Sprint point in the distance, folks. I want to see what Race Radio is saying here. Here's a little shot of the breakaway today. You can find this over on Twitter. Showing Tim Wellens, Wout, Alexi, Tobias Lund, Anderson. Gap's growing a bit, I think. Yeah, the gap has grown. They were saying 20 seconds before. They were probably talking about the peloton and the group behind. So they're merging back on now. Everyone's back together now, guys. Okay, so 5 are on Tim Wellens today. Upgrade your mind. Kingston, Ontario here. He might prove me wrong, but Jonas has looked like he mentally cracked at the end of both of the last 2 stages versus Taddy. I think at the end he was losing, but I did see some comments, and I saw a lot of people saying the exact opposite. I think Jonas is just getting better day by day. So on the hot account, he cracked huge. When Jonathan Narvaez went, then Taddy went. UAE arm flicking the Grenadier rider at the front there. Get up there, do some work. They're chasing really hard here. Poggy's right there. So let's just go back. Autocom, what was that? Stage 12? I think Jonas looked really bad. Taddy dropped him and just went up the road and basically secured multiple minutes over him. Stage 13, the individual time trial, he finished second overall. Only 36 seconds down. I'm going to say, why don't we give him, if he would have picked the right bike, that TT bike was only good for the first 3 kilometers. I don't know what they were thinking there. Like, would anyone here have picked a TT bike for that stage? It was 3 kilometers flat and then 8 kilometers at basically 8% gradient. 8% gradient, you don't take a TT bike. Unless it's 8% for 300 meters. That's it. Not the final 400 meters being 16% plus. Like, why would you take a TT bike? That makes no sense. Guys, when I do my indoor rides, like say over on Ruby, I look at the profiles and I go, okay, it's 30 kilometers. I got 200 meters of climbing. I'll look at the little kicks on the profile and go, yep, TT day. When I see a bunch of climbing, if I see like a 400 meter hill I got to take on, I'm not taking the TT bike. You're going to lose too much there. A lot of these, okay, I can see the Alpecin guys doing a lot of waving here. Yeah, more waving. I'm not sure what he's waving at here. I don't know if it's a motorbike. Quinn Simmons is up there. Oh, so this is back in, okay, this is the main peloton, GC peloton here. Taddy's back there. Quinn Simmons is in this group here. 46 seconds out front now, guys. The big sprinters are not getting those green jersey points unless they decide to bring it back right this second. 27 degrees, wind out of the north-northwest at almost 20k an hour at times. They're traveling at 52k an hour right now. Yeah, and the winds look strong out there to me. And they're going through trees and little villages. The flags are sitting still. As soon as they hit the open fields, those flags are just unfurled, flying straight out. Looks like Nielsen is doing an arm flick here to Israel Premier Tech rider. I wonder who that would be there. Let's check this group out. So yeah, Nielsen Paulus is there. Who was Israel? Oh, that's Lutsenko. We got Picnic Post here. Super high overall, but besides that, with Oscar only, besides that, they really haven't done a lot yet this tour, but He is he 6th place overall? I think he's 6th place overall. Okay, guys, let me close that there. Getting close to that sprint point, boys. Getting close. Are we going to see Mathieu van der Poel and Wout go head-to-head? I hope Wout's got his wheels under him today. You know I love Mathieu van der Poel, but I love Wout too. Yeah, so upgrade. I think Jonas is just getting stronger. Mentally every day he's getting beaten up, but Autocomp, terrible. Time trial, getting better. Finished 2nd overall that day. Yesterday, 4 seconds behind Taddy. Couldn't beat him in an explosive sprint, but right there, he was the only guy there with Taddy. So I think he's getting better. Anthony Mena Mwangi here. Kenya and Ethiopia endurance type of athletes could challenge TDF champions if they could afford equipment and technical training. Most of them can barely afford a pair of used shoes. Dude, it's happening in Eritrea. It is happening in Eritrea. We know they have tremendous endurance values there. The majority of the world's best runners come from there. Although there's always an oddity that stands out. Some random dude that comes from some random country. I think it just depends on the individual too. I understand what you're saying though. It's kind of their thing. Like running is so big there. Like here in Kenya, I'm sure if I went to Ethiopia or Kenya, every kid in high school is probably running. We have track and field here, and it's like the least enjoyed sport. It's so not important to us. Endurance running in Ethiopia or Kenya is like hockey to us. If you were to go to the States, it's like football or baseball or basketball down there. It's like the schools are basically developing kids from a young age. They start young. They start in Little League, and they get developed. And there's a chance they could be in high school and get noticed. And you're off to the races. It's not track and field. If there's any Americans here or Canadians, you tell me how big endurance running was in school. It's just, I think Ethiopia and Kenya, that's your sport. That's your thing. Hockey, Canada is a country of 40 million people. We have probably 70% of the world's best hockey players with only a population of 40 million, which is like less than the size of California. That's our thing. So that's what we do. But I hear what you're saying, dude. It's huge endurance athletes there, but it is their sport too. Taddy sounds like, ta-da! He can be a manager. Yeah, dudes. I don't even know how you guys say it. I'm just sticking with Taddy. Oh, cool, dude. Right here, upgrade your mind. So he knows my part of the world. Wow, how did I lose you guys already? Upgrade your mind, dude. Let's have another coffee sip together. Thank you so much again for your support. Lived in Alberta for 7 years, working out of USC and U of L. Dude, what were you doing there? Obviously, I'm not sure if you're an instructor or professor, research assistant, something like that. USC, that's where I went. University of Calgary, guys. Kind of like the oil and gas learning center for this part of the world. Dawn, lol, wives with knives. I think they were all scheming to get us husbands. Exactly. Wives with antifreeze. That's what seems to be the worst. Annette here saying, I wish we could see the video. I will be showing highlights as I can, and I know I can show those. Because, I got hit with copyright strike twice in the first week. Once was for a little tiny jingle that I didn't even know was playing. It wasn't the video. It was the jingle. And then like a 10-second jingle. You know the sound? Oh, the flags are a whipping, folks. They are a whipping here. Group 1 going into the sprint point now, folks. Heading in there right now. I'm going to watch them go through here. And then I'll be able to see what happened. And I'll talk you through what I saw on the sprint as they went through. I got to think it's going to be a Mathieu van der Poel / Wout sprint. Matty will be there, but I don't think he's a long enough range sprinter to match those two. We're going to go to the race here and see what they got to say. Jonathan Milan is out the back of the peloton right now, so none of the big boys in the green points jersey are getting points here, folks. They're going to be devoured by Matthew. I think Matthew Van Der Poel is 4th or 5th overall, so maybe they've got intentions for Matthew. That's what's going on, folks. That's what's going on. Yeah, Jonathan Milan at the back. Bignon's not up there, guys. I'm sorry. Bignon Girmay is not up there. We're in Occitania, I think, or Occitania. Hopefully Tequila's here and can correct me. Just entering another department. It's actually really rolling hills here. So I'm looking for the sprint points here. Mathieu Van Der Poel. Arnaud Delis, yeah, he was there too. I did mention him earlier. Let's see how Wout's doing these days. I thought we'd have more. They're only showing 6 points already scored. Oh, Matty got 5th. So guys, looks like Alpecin de Koenig now is going for the green jersey. Let's have a quick look at that. And they should, because he's not that far out. Stages are going to get so hard that Milan may not be scoring any points anymore. So on this stage ranking here, you can see it right here. That's not true. Sorry guys, wrong stage. Let's bounce up here onto the Carcassonne stage. Here he is himself, Mr. Smiley himself, Mathieu Van Der Poel. 20 points, Arnaud Delis, sprinter for Lotto. That makes a lot of sense to me, getting 17. Incorn for Soudal. Stewart for Israel Premier Tech. Matty Mahorik, Lutsenko, Campenarts, Drisners, Groves. I thought Groves would have been higher. I bet you Mathieu went on like a long-range attack there. And Lund Anderson. So overall now, let's have a look at this. Jonathan Milan will get no points coming through here. He is at 251. Taddy's at 228. Mathieu Van Der Poel is at 210. And this dude here, the man himself, the Dutchie, he could win the stage quite easily today. He might be able to stay away all day. Got another attack by the Ineos riders here going off the front of the GC peloton. Trying to figure out who that is. We're going to bounce back now, guys. They're through. So I think they do play points down to 15. Secondary group here. This is Laurence. This guy was trying to bridge up before. That's what's showing up there in the replay. And I'm going to get a replay here of the sprint going in. Let's see how they went across. You know what? It was just a high speed. Actually, you know what? It wasn't even. They didn't even contest it. Ooh, let me see this again here. Watching this, Mathieu Van Der Poel's on the front. Arnaud Delis just rolls across the line second. As they went through, so you've got Mathieu Van Der Poel on the left, Arnaud Delis on the right. Mathieu Van Der Poel like waved his hand to him. Like gave him a little thank you. They know so Lotto's allowing Alpecin to get those points. Guys, there's stuff going on between the teams that's in the background that sometimes you don't understand or just never see. Okay, so Upgrade Your Mind was in Alberta for 7 years. Robert Senior, UCI is so concerned about safety, but allow riders to take hands off handlebars to look into their chest, to talk on the radio and design dangerous courses. Yeah, that's true too. Guys, I'm going to point out right now, when Taddy went down on stage 6, who knows when that was, he had his hand off the handlebar, which I kind of thought, and not to sound mean to him or whatever, dude, you were in the final 4 kilometers. He wasn't inside the 3 kilometer thing yet. Things are getting crazy. They were probably going 50k an hour, and you're riding along with your hand off your handlebars. Kind of probably like a little bit of slip, just a little bit inattentive there. Probably just feeling really comfortable where he was, and then he's down. Hands on the handlebar, boys. Merbratu Gebreselassie here. Benny will win. Dude, I don't know if the bumps are too hard today for the sprinters. It looks like a sprint stage. It's not. These sprint teams are going to be fried right now after those climbs. Binyam's going to be back here in this group. He is probably in this main group here. Jonathan Milan, actually, I just saw Jonathan Milan. He's back in this group. So Jonathan Milan is in the GC group, but we got a group of 15 hitters up front here. with a 49-second gap. First little bump of the day is coming, and every one of these bumps, we're going to see those sprinters start falling out the back. Let's get this sped up a little bit here. I got to find out where I am. Just a tiny bit behind here. Just really trying to get caught up. Okay, there's live. Live now. 104. Okay, looks like I'm 600 meters off. There's always a slight lag there. On the front of the GC peloton, we got Tudor up there. Alpecin boys are there. Poggy sitting very near the front. Visma's right behind him. Looks like 3 Visma guys back there. Guys, what's Visma going to do this week? I think they're still going to stick to the plan and hope for a day that everything just comes together. Jonas is not going to give up. Like, Visma's not here to lose. They will do everything. They will just apply the pressure every day, and if that day happens that today is not feeling great, that gives them their opportunity. Yep, all the Binny supporters coming. Yenga Yamani. Binny will win today. We'll see that in a couple hours, guys. Robert saying Phil got dropped as a commentator long ago. I lost patience with all his name mix-ups. He could have retired when Paul passed. Yeah, that was crazy when Paul passed. Although Phil is commentating this year apparently for Peacock. That's what I've been told. I wouldn't know. I'm not in the world of the commentators. I'm just like totally on the outside here, guys. Mr. Independent. 256 watching. Great day Sunday here today, guys. We're going to see an awesome finish here coming up. Robert saying, I hope all the people predicting a Binny win today are right. Well, like, okay, so they're only 53 seconds behind this group, but we got 2 Cat 3s coming. That secondary Cat 3 looks way worse than the first Cat 3. I would say that, let's have a look at them. First Cat 3 coming up, guys. It's 1.8 kilometers at 7%. It's kind of like more like a classics type climb. The second one is 6.2 kilometers at 5.5. That's a Cat 2. How can this one be a Cat 3, 6.2 kilometers long at 5.5%? Yet this one is 1.8 at 7. I think the other one's going to be tougher. This first one, they're all going to get over, and we're going to see all the sprinters falling out of this one here, just on the second climb alone. And then we still got to do the Pas Descente, which is even harder. Short, but super steep. 10% gradient for almost 3 kilometers. Once they get over the top, it's going to be a runaway to the finish. So everyone needs to get into that group. We've got riders dipping out the back already. We've got a group of 38 back here. Simon Yates, Adam Yates. Just going to look at a few of the big names here, guys. Martinez is back there. Mark Hershey. Gianni Moscon. Mauro Schmidt for Jaco Alula. Sean Flynn. Other Scottish rider, I think, here in the Tour. Just looking at... Ooh, dropped a bottle there, dude. They're showing replays of people trying to grab their bottles. Tim Wellens. Yeah, you missed one, bro. That's one that's gone. There's a drinking mix. Here's him grabbing his musette bag. He dropped his musette bag, too. So Tim got no food or liquids there. Imagine if they couldn't take it from the car. I think that would be really interesting to see. Like, have a tour one year, no feeding from the car whatsoever. No drinks from the car whatsoever. You can only feed and drink in those feed zones. Or maybe have the roaming Vittel dude with the bottles coming off the motorbikes. Just that would throw another whole twist to it. David Geiser, live in Southern California. Weather is great. High 80s, very unusual for this time of year. Usually in the hundreds. Dude, high 80s for us is hot here. In fact, I woke up this morning and opened the front door, and it seemed like, it felt like fall. I don't know how cold it was overnight. I'm seeing it's 50 degrees Fahrenheit right now. Feels like about 42 with the rain and the wind. And today, yeah, rainy, crappy. We're barely hitting 60 today, I think. We've been getting way too much rain lately. Johan Bernil said that there was a 300-gram difference between a TT and climbing bikes. I think they chose which bike they were more comfortable with. Okay, makes sense, Don. Yeah, because that's the thing now. These TT bikes are so light. So whichever bike you feel more comfortable with and which one is more comfortable to ride, I guess. So good point, Don. It's not like the old days where your road bike weighed X and your TT bike was really fast and on the flats but weighed a lot more. They're so light now. Oh. Yeah, Lipowitz used it. Rozic used it. Jonas used it. Who else used it? I think there was 4 or 5 of the top guys that used it. Lucien Arabi here is saying, of course, Taddy will take the win. The W. Is that today or overall? Yep, saying definitely he will win. Just my gut feel tells me that Taddy doesn't need to win today. Of course, he's going to be right at the front controlling. Going into rest day, he wants to start recovering already, I think, for the week that's coming up. Because, guys, we haven't hit the hardest week yet. Probably 3 of the hardest stage outside of the HC day yesterday are up this week. The Ventoux is a brutal climb, but that's the only hard part of that day. I think it's a 1,500 meter climb, so it's almost a 5,000 foot climb at the end of the stage. Hilltop finish, mountaintop finish, guys. Okay, Hank is back in the mix. Hank Bohannon. Hank, where are you from, dude? You haven't told us yet. Thanks for the coverage again. Really appreciate your efforts, dude. Thank you so much for being here. Guys, I chatted with my buddy. Girls are over there, dudes are over here chatting. He goes, dude, I'm watching your channel. What's going on? Keep going, go. He goes, dude. He goes, just be consistent. Yeah, I love the support. I'm listening to him, but he doesn't have a YouTube channel. But he's like a media guy. He actually has a lot of stuff on the go, and he's told me he's gonna probably start. He's looking at moving to the States. Canada apparently has some crazy capital gains tax coming on your primary residence, which is just brutal. I think there could be a 50% capital gains tax on your primary residence when you sell your house. So you sell your house, you got to pay tax on half it. Everyone will sell their houses. Or I guess you could, I don't know. I think someone else said use your house as leverage to get a bunch of equity in something else, because at that point you don't really want your house to be worth much, because when you sell it, you're going to pay all that tax. Sounds like a stupid idea to me. Okay, less political, guys. All cycling talk here. Look at those tires, incredible. Okay, Alexander Wall. In Eritrea, cycling is more popular though. Yeah, Eritrea is huge for cycling right now. Huge. I've seen footage from there, and I've seen local crit races. Pretty exciting. Brandoni, you don't sit and wait for crashes and lose a race. You keep racing unless you want to give up time to all your competitors. Look at how Poggy sits on vingegaard, then sprints at the end for the win. Yeah. Yeah, to me, Taddy was just rolling ahead. I think the group he was in was just going hard. So then UAE said, hey, Taddy, you need to slow it down. Which kind of is the job of the yellow jersey. When you're in charge and you get all the respect back towards you, you should keep things kind of in control for the rest of your contenders you're going up against. Otherwise, it'll look like you took advantage of them. Don saying, we had some endurance running at my school, but football, hockey, soccer, baseball is more popular. The kids want scholarships for college, they pivot to lacrosse. Yeah, go to a sport that's not as big and be good at that. Tudor pushing really hard on the front right now. Back in the GC peloton, we've got 3 riders up there. Jonas sitting right on them. Starting the climb here, guys. We're starting that climb. You can see it right here. Front group's already on it. This category 3, 1.8 kilometers at 7%. So again, this is more like a classics type climb, something that Mr. Van der Poel will be well used to. Tim Wellens will be used to as well. Van Aert will be used to. Van Aert 2 hours and 6 minutes behind, 70th place overall. Best ranked guy here is, wow, crazy. It's Victor Kampenaerts. I thought it would have been Mathieu Van der Poel. Bouncing back here. Yeah, Colin, antifreeze. So it hasn't been Gatorade. Exactly. They slip that stuff into your Gatorade, boys. Do not let your wives cook for you or prepare your energy bottles. Do not let them do that. Yeah, it's crazy how much crime stuff Joey watches. We don't really watch. Like, I refuse to watch fictional crime shows now. I'm just like, my mom will be like, oh, there's a great show. It's a crime. About a crime. Yeah, it's fake. It's all fake. It's fake, but it's real. That's what I don't like about it. Now, someone will say, yeah, but Colin, I bet you like Game of Thrones. I love Game of Thrones, but we all know that's super fake. It's not trying to be real. It's so far outside the realms of reality, I just say, yeah, I'm in. I'm into this. But when I'm trying to believe there's a super tough family and they got this going on and they're like control, yeah, it's all fake. I'd rather watch a real story about it. It's like all of us. We probably spent too much time watching TV. You know what's crazy? It's Alaphilippe who's pushing here on this climb. So Alaphilippe, who crashed earlier, that sure looks like him. Team Simmons, here he goes again, folks. Team Simmons is trying to be first out of the yellow jersey group. I need to catch up here, guys. Catching up again. Nope, that's live right there. Over the top of the first climb. Let's see what they're going to say here. Do we have any details on it? Yep, just seeing here, Simmons is attacking. We don't have any stats coming in for the first climb yet. They are over it, though. Only 2 points available. The Van der Poel group is through it now. So they've already taken the points. They're the KOM points. They're through it. Nothing showing up yet, guys. So even the Tour de France is slow at times. Lots of attacks going off the peloton here using this 2 kilometer long climb, 7% gradient, probably as an effort to break the peloton up more and maybe send more riders down the road. What is our gap right now? It's only 18 seconds, 16 seconds. Jonathan Milan, 2.5 minutes back from the GC group. Then we've got the King of the Mountain jersey. There's 38 riders back here. A lot of tired riders here waiting for the rest day, saving their legs. Simon Yates and Adam Yates back here. Actually, Simon is 18th overall. Adam is 22nd overall. I wonder if the twin brothers are riding side by side, just having a little family reunion. Opposing teams, probably the two most powerful teams at the Tour de France, the two opposing teams competing for the win. They're just riding along, having chit-chat time. Do they talk about the teams? What do you think? I wonder if they ever say anything to each other. I'd like to know that. Brandoni, it depends on the situation whether if a racer jeopardizes place, I can guarantee you the team will not wait. Other day was a simple few seconds wait. Yep. Robert, when I grow up, yeah, me too, Robert, I want to open a chain of bike shops across Africa, long-term investment, lose money for a couple of decades, and then kaboom. Oh, definitely. Definitely. It's flying there. Tequila here, still here. Okay. Still here. She says, say, Akatani. Okay, I know I'm butchering that anymore because that doesn't sound right at all. Swoosh Kid, NHL Draft 2022, first and second overall picks, Slovakia. Okay. Nice, dude. So, Swoosh Kid calling me out and correcting me on the fly, bro. I love it. Dude, I'm not fully up to speed on hockey. I only started getting back in the last couple of years with Edmonton being strong. But it's always there in the background. Or the Calgary Flames are right down the road. We still get tickets for it. We watch Calgary get beat up every year. But yeah, no doubt there's other countries. I think Finland only has a few million people, and I would say they're probably the strongest presence out there. Obviously the US has a lot of good players too, not picking on any countries, but they have a population of over 300 million. It's kind of like what you're good at. I think it's also too, I think it's Slovakia or somewhere there, in that Central Europe parts, that are incredibly good at basketball. For some reason, that's their thing there. That's what they really like. They've got a good system feeding people into it. upgrade your mind. Are we doing Bike Terror today? Yes, we will, dude. It's sitting in the background right now. I'll let you know. You can see I'm looking over here. I'm going to take a look at it. I'm already in it right now. The Bike Terror guy said, hey, Colin, if you're going to use it, they said hit F5 more often to refresh it. If I leave it running, then it kind of desyncs. And again, guys, this Bike Terror stuff is like brand new to them. I'm actually looking at the Poggy group right now. I can see the chasing group. It's saying there's, okay, so right now I'm seeing that Jonathan Milan and Taddy are riding together. Okay, I'm going to refresh this. Gotta refresh this, guys. Let me do this because I don't think that's right. There was a second group just riding in the distance. So it needs to be refreshed more often, so I got to get in the habit of doing that. Yeah, it is refreshed now. So there's that group. Okay, I'm going to have a quick look here back and see where I'm seeing them sit. Yeah, I think this is pretty close. Is Jonathan Milan in the main peloton right now? Because that's what I'm seeing on Bike Terror. I don't know if I need more of a refresh. I didn't see his name there. I'm just looking for that green jersey right now. No, he's back here, 342 back, so I'll probably have to refresh it again. Once we get more into a bit more of the technical climbs, I'm thinking I'll probably use it. You know what? We'll probably use it up here. Actually, you know what? I'm going to show it right here. When we got these crazy switchbacks going on, it really gives you a cool perspective of what the riders are doing. Because as we're talking about it, and guys, even when you watch it on TV, you don't really know where they are on the road. And I've watched the Tour for a lot of time, a lot of years, and it's like, okay, they're 1 minute 30 back, but where are they on the road? I'm trying to figure it out. I've always been that guy. When you see them riding, you see the riders looking up the switchbacks. Once in a while, they'll show you a look back down of where the chasers are. Let's give a quick little update here. 17 riders in front group, so I think Laurence did get across. I think his name is Axel Lawrence, maybe? Someone's joined this group at front. There was 15 before. Ooh. Look at this, guys. Quinn Simmons is there. So he did go off the front before and join up with that group. Okay, so they're saying Lutsenko got the first climb of the day. Paulus got second. There's only 2 and 1 points. They did talk about the Simmons attack here. That was 7 minutes ago. So he's bridged across. Okay, they're talking about win at Carcassonne here in the peloton. Magnus Cort Nielsen, I do remember that one. Starting the next climb of the day. 17 riders up front. We're going to continue this. Jonathan Narvaez, Mateo. Okay, Mateo, let's go, dude. Here is this rider here, Axel Laurence. That's the one I was thinking of. Danny Van Poppel. We've got 4 chasers. And then it's the peloton is just lurking right behind them. Lipowitz, Poggy, they're all there. Then we've got the green jersey and King of the Mountains jersey 3 minutes back. No one can take the KOM jersey today from Lenny Martinez, I don't think. Not enough points available. Let's see how much his lead is. He's got 60 points, GC ranking. He's got 60. 2 points for the Cat 3s, and then I guess theoretically it was possible that maybe Poggy could have tied him. If Poggy was to win both of the Cat 2s. Oh. We don't need to be on that one. Oh, wow. What's going on here? Sorry, guys. Just bounced me somewhere else. So the Cat 3s are only 2 pointers. This Cat 3 looks way harder than a Cat 3 to me. Just even at the profile. It looks similar to the Cat 2 over here. The Cat 2, there's 5 points. So there were 9 points available. If Taddy had taken everything, he would have been 1 point out of the KOM. So that's why Lenny's sitting at the back right now. It's not worth his effort to kill himself here today. This group of 17 up front may be caught by this chasing group of 4. A UAE rider is positioned in there. So probably a day where they're going to let some of the other riders maybe try to go for the win. Yeah, so we will do some Bike Terror. Let me actually keep that in my mind here. Okay, so there's some of the switchbacks coming. We might be able to catch the... Yeah, so Group 1 here. And then Group 2, I think, is 30 seconds back. This would be kind of a cool place to show it here. More when we get into these little switchbacks here, though. Then I can look down, show you. And I'm like the director of the tour at that point. That's what I love about it. Phil Liggett retired from commentating 2 years ago, then came back. It's him and Bob Roll on Peacock with a few others. Okay. I didn't know I think he's 81, and I heard he was on Peacock. Someone was asking about Binny here. I wonder why Binny has lost so much power from last year. It's Anna. Did he have an accident, or is it just Milan is way better? Wonder if Jasper would have been able to win against Milan. Well, we had the discussion, and I was saying earlier, I think Jonathan Milan's got the highest top speed. I think it was Evan, maybe it was Jay Taylor saying that they think Jasper is the most explosive. So he can accelerate the quickest. Jonathan Milan, a touch off that, but he'll go to a higher speed overall. I think Binny is not as fast. I don't know if he's even as explosive. He's got to be more tactical. He has to be positioned right all the time with his team. So maybe his team just can't get him to the line, not giving him good placements here. This looks like Matty Mahork's trying to go up the road here. Quinn Simmons right on his reel, and that's probably Van der Poel back there. Okay. Robert saying, surprised nobody has invented a race radio with push to talk on brake levers and little microphone helmet on strap. Maybe when I grow up. Yeah, Robert, we got to get a company going, Robert. We're going to have a bike shops across Africa, push to talk radios. Dude, there might be like UCI regulations against it. It's probably something like that. Chris Man here, Jonas needs to give in, throw it all in the brakes. So he thinks Jonas needs to give up, or are you saying Jonas needs to go harder? Maybe throw it all in the brakes. Ruben, hey Ruben, Ruben OG supporter from Belgium, almost 30,000 calling. Thanks, dude. Chris Man here, dude. I agree with you. No way are Intermarché bringing this one back for Binny. Too many big strong boys in the break. Yeah, guys, this one's probably on a flyer right now. I'm looking here. It shows like Group 1 and 2 are getting close together. We are on the climb, though. Let's look at the profile. They have started the climb. Might be a good time for me to just divert over here, see what I can see over here. I'm going to exit that. I'm going to refresh this for you, spectate that, and see how things look. I like to see how it looks first before I'm doing anything with it. Leading group. Oh, yes. There he is. There he is. So I don't think it's going to, I'm going to have a look over here now. I'm going to have a quick peek at this group here. Wow, so good here. So guys, right now you're seeing 5 riders in the front group. Mahork, Storer, Tim Wellens, Quinn Simmons, and Victor Campenarts. So 5 guys have taken off from that group of 17. There will be 12 chasers. Now, let's jump over to our little friend Bike Terra. Boom, boom time, folks. I love stuff like this. Hopefully it didn't desync on me. I want to show you something here. Okay. Sometimes it does that. It's giving me, I call this the funky chicken when I'm streaming. So good, guys, except that this is going on. This is my OBS system here. There's 5 riders in the break. It's actually showing you what's going on. Looks like now we just got 2 more riders come back on. Tim Wellens got back on. Looks like Nielsen came back, and maybe Alexei Lutsenko. Now, take a look in the bottom corner here. You can see the little arrow. Let me just zoom out a bit. We're on the climb here. When I go back to the other screen, you're going to see that exact same profile. Try to get like that memorized in your head a little bit. So I'm just going to zip back here quick. I want to show you some stuff. Zipping back in here. Boom, boom. Come back here. We're going to zip in. Here's our same map. So look at this really harsh switch back here. This is going to be really cool when they get there. I want to be able to see Group 1 above Group 2 here. We're climbing through it. This is super forested. When you get around a corner, you don't even see the other riders. Don't even see them. So Group 1 and 2 right now, if I go back to Bike Terra, turn that off, and I'm going to swing back, guys, I bet you I'm going to see them in the distance. Here it's showing me that there's riders trying to go off the front. Now, again, guys, this is a work in progress. Not everything's going to be shown. Sometimes, like, let's say there's a group of 30. I don't think it's going to show all 30 riders. I don't think they're there yet, or they're not tracking a lot. So we just went around the really hard switchback there. There should be a group right down below us. I'm just going to keep peeking here and see if I can see it. I'm trying to look down below. Might be too much of a corner there. Okay, so what we'll do then is we go to the chasing group. We're going to go to Vout back here. This is the chasing group. Okay, they're on the switchback still down below. It says in the chasing group that we have, if that's the chasing group, there's a lot of riders there. I think it's 16 riders. I'd need to confirm if that's really what's happening. Have there been a bunch of guys jump out of the peloton? Okay, guys, trial, almost called this beta. We're calling this beta here, boys. This is like beta for Bike Terra doing this. And again, they're the only platform out there that can do this. So they've just gone around that really hard switchback. Maybe we'll have to jump back to the front group. Let's go to my man, Victor Campenarts. You know, that thing. Yeah, they're already around the bend. So if you look at the map again, the chasing group has just gotten into that long straightaway. These guys have just tucked around the corner. You can't see they're traveling up this climb at 28.5 kilometers an hour. If we were doing this kind of climb, we'd probably be like 12, 13 kilometers an hour. And when we go back, I want to see if that second group's got bigger. Still saying 7 riders in the front group. Let's just go through it. Let's pretend that Bike Terra is giving us all the data. Maddie, Victor, Tim Wellens, Alexi, Michael Storer, Quinn Simmons, Nielsen Paulus. You saw it. I think we got another really good switchback to look at here. I'm going to jump out of this now, guys. Get back to race coverage here. And let's see what they're telling us about these groups. So this needs to get refreshed because I know they're further than that. That kind of got hung up on me. Yes, so see, they're heading to this other really sharp turn here. There should be 7 riders in this front group. There is 7 riders in this front group. They were showing that group 2 is bigger. It is bigger. Wow, Bike Terra. Killing it, dudes. Killing it. Matt and Anslo. Anslo, I don't actually know your first name. I'm not sure if that is your first name. I know that's your Discord name. But, dude, you guys are rocking this. Love it. Guys, I ride all the platforms. 5 major platforms. Or I have ridden all the platforms. Zwift, Ruvi, Training Peaks Virtual, My Whoosh. Last but not least, Bike Terra. They're the only ones that can do this. Thank you so much. So remember before I was saying, wow, the second group says it's 16 riders. Riders are jumping away from the peloton, the GC peloton, and they've made the second break bigger. They were saying it was 16-1. Obviously, more are piling in. I saw Warren Barguil's name in that break, and I'm like, is Warren really there? Canadian flag flying in the background there on the side of the road. Wow. So cool. So they're going to go around that other really hard switchback now. Guys, give Bike Terra some love in the chat here if you can. I'm trying to help. Dude, I'm just trying to promote them a little bit. I have no connection with Bike Terra. All I can say is that those dudes have messaged me. Those dudes have answered me. Those dudes listening to me. The other platforms don't. They're in their own little worlds. So if I can help Bike Terra out in any way, I'll gladly do so. Help a bro out. Help Bike Terra out here. Give them some love in the chats. Hello from TDF Fans. This is Sali. Jay Taylor, good morning, y'all. Jay Taylor's asking, how's Jonas? How's Benny? Jonas is back in the GC peloton. Benny is further back. UAE on the front right now. I'm watching the feed over here, guy. We got Niels Pollitt. I'll figure out the rest. Poggy's sitting in 4th place. They're taking control of the climb. They're managing the front of the GC peloton. GC peloton, guys, is further down the road here. It's a group of 94 riders. Second group chasing here. I actually want to jump back into Bike Terra quick. We got 7 riders in our front group. We should have 21 riders in that side. 23 riders. So the second group's getting stronger and stronger over this, what do we call it? They say it's a Category 3 climb. That ain't Category 3. That's Category 2, bro. If that's a Category 3, this is a Category 2. I just look at this profile here, and I can kind of overlay it on this profile here, like all the way. The total climb. Why is this a 2 and that's a 3? I guess it's at the end of the stage, but still, That usually only applies for the higher ranked categories, not these 2s and 3s. I wonder if I've got that turned on. I might have that turned on here, just so you guys can see this later. I think this is the climb later today. That's not the climb later today. Okay, I had this figured out earlier. I think it's this one here. Just turn that off there. Is that the climb we're doing later today? 8.7 at 5.3%. Okay, I'm gonna have a look at that, guys. I might show you some more data there from Climb Finder. Looks like I'm watching a little bit of a delayed section here, and it looks like we've got an Ineos rider going off the front of, I think that's the Breakaway that's formed up front, getting stronger and stronger by the moment. Yeah, this is the Breakaway up front. Soon to be probably 30 riders when they get on. 7 in the very front. Then we've got, okay, it is showing it here. Carlos Rodriguez, this is the rider I'm watching on the screen right now. He's in between the two of them, Ineos rider. And then there should be 22 riders behind that. There is 22 riders behind him. Good group again. Jordan Jagat, Ben O'Connor, Guillaume Martin, Christian Rodriguez for Arkea B&B, Valentin Madouas, Barguil, Mathieu Van Der Poel, Alaphilippe's there. Great to see Alaphilippe. He fell early in the day. He crashed hard, up and at it in the break. Jumping back over to the screen here, we've got 3 UAE riders in the front. The big smile grimace out of Niels Pollitt. Taddy looking quite bright in the full yellow suit today. Let's take a look at the map here. Yeah, so all these groups. Oh, this is good here. This is Rodriguez. Here's our chasing group of 22. I'm just going to slip over here for a second. See what I can do here. And I'm going to see if I can find Rodriguez for you, because the other group's right on him. Just to show you this live tracking that we got going on here, guys. This is fantastic to me. So, okay, I got to turn it on. Sorry, guys. I need an assistant here. I need full support. You're now looking at Carlos Rodriguez, 12th place overall, Ineos Grenadiers. I said he was attacking earlier. Let's have a little look behind him here. And if you guys look in the distance, just have a little look. Call on the director here. Again, simplified graphics, runs on your browser. You can see the only group coming up behind him right now. It says there's 12 riders in this group. I think, you know what? I'm really impressed with how close the numbers are. You know, I don't know where they're getting the data from, how they get the data. He's climbing at 24, 25 kilometers an hour. I'm going to jump back to the only group here, and let's hang out with, who do we want? Let's hang out with Alaphilippe here. So we're with Alaphilippe here. I can look up the road, and we're going to see Carlos Rodriguez just around the corner up here. There he is right there. And it looks like we're catching some riders. Is that real? Is that real, folks? Remember, no, the other guys are further up the road. So there may be some people riding this live in Viterra. So what we'll do is we'll jump out of that again. I'm just going to do a quick reset, guys. Again, beta. Just think that. It's not fully perfected yet. So we got our leading group of 7. We're going to go to Nielsen Palace. It's showing 7 riders. They've actually got Nielsen in the right color jersey. I wonder if they did that on purpose. And that group of 7 up front looks right to me. Then we got Carlos Rodriguez. So I think what we were seeing before was something a little bit glitchy. And if we look back again, the chasing group here, it says they're 150 back. We're going to hang out with Ben O'Connor this time. They should just be seeing Carlos Rodriguez around the corner there. I think he's just slipped away around the corner. We'll jump back to our main feed here. Jonas just getting a mechanical on the side of the road here, guys. Just trying to figure this out. He's fallen a long way back here through the cars. He's behind the medical car now. So I'm not sure if he was standing waiting for a bike for a long time there. I do want to get a look at this again. Okay. I'm just clicking everything that I shouldn't be clicking. Okay, sorry guys. So yeah, the Carlos Rodriguez group, it's him by himself. They're catching him right now. They're right on him. Surprising. I thought that would have been like 1 second. It's 15. Well, now they're showing 30 seconds. I think it's just bouncing around. 23 riders chasing Rodriguez, who's trying to bridge up to the 7 up front. Guys, again, if you think that perspective from Bike Terra is cool, just let them know in the chat. I mean, they developed this as a cycling app. They developed it as basically one where you can ride more of your own local roads. Guys, I could go on Strava right now, and I could develop my own Bike Terra app. I see the little love hearts flying here. 100%. I'm going to do those. Oh my. Dorcas Maximus. Jonas blowing kisses. Riding with Sepp Kuss. Dude, stop with the blowing the kisses. It's just insane to me. Feed zone technology hasn't evolved since the 20th century. When I grow up. Robert's got new ideas for the feed zone technology. John Chady here, that's fast 4-lug Fox body Mustang racer. Speaking of tires, how wide are the tires these guys are in? Dude, I don't know. I'm not really sure. I think they're all like on 28s now, I would believe. Okay. Rodrigo Ferro Gamez, who times a clock race? I wonder if he's asking who does the timing. Maybe. That's what I'm thinking. Guys, I'll show you the groups again here. So over the top of that one there. Ooh, Rodriguez is in that group. I wonder if he caught them. Lutsenko goes over the top. I think he got the last one too. Israel Permatech. No, I think he got 1 point at the last one. Tim Wellens goes over in second. Guys, we're going to start bombing downhill here right away. Let me catch up in the chat right now. US Chris here in Nagano, Japan. Haven't heard Healy mentioned today. Is he out of contention? Let's take a look here, guys. We'll use this one. We're going to go rankings. Let's check GC. I think Ben Healy's in the top 10 right now. I'm pretty sure he's in top 10 overall in GC. He did move up. Ben Healy, 9th place overall, dude. 9th place, though, is 18 minutes and 41 seconds behind the Slovenian alien, the tadpole, Pogacar. I don't know why stage 13's open there. We want this one. Going through the chat again, guys. How's MVDP? He's in that front group. Actually, he's in the second group chasing the front group. There's about 30 riders off the front away from the peloton. The smart racers today. Wellens is up there too. I think Wellens is in the very front group. There's 7 riders in the front group. Tim Wellens is up there for UAE. Quinn Simmons is up there. Quinn's still going for that stage victory. We got an EF rider at the back. It's actually Ben Healy now getting a push. So Ben Healy had a mechanical at the back. Bottle hanging out of his mouth. I think he got a bike change because I can see him putting his head unit back on. So they take their head units. They stand there. There's an EF rider waiting back for him. So Ben had some kind of issue there. Been a couple of issues on this hill. I wonder if the road has got some debris on it. And there's been some flat tires. Wonder what kind of, I don't even know what kind of wheel setups. Do these guys use like sealant, and would they use that, or is that too heavy? Yeah, Simmons is way off the front. Ben Healy was with the yellow jersey group, the GC group. Just had a full mechanical bike change. I saw him attaching his headset back on his computer. Tim Wellens smiling at the front. 4 UAE riders shepherding Taddy up here. Jonathan Navarre is sitting right behind him. And looks like we've got more attacks coming out of that second group. Yeah, I think there's attacks coming out of that second group. So, again, first group, 8 riders. Someone just jumped on. Okay, yeah, Carlos Rodriguez jumped on, the Ineos rider, who I was showing you on Bike Terra. Second group, 26 riders. It's growing even more. There's slowly been riders filtering away, and they're not showing up on the tracker here. The group's getting bigger and bigger. These 34 all need to get together. Race is underway, Rodrigo. Dude, Rodrigo, no problem. Dude, okay. Anyone that speaks a second language and apologizes, please don't, because you're doing an awesome job of it. He says, I'm sorry for my bad English. I'm Brazilian and I'm learning the language. Dude, you're doing absolutely fine. I can understand you. The first one I didn't, just about the clock thing. But yeah, the race is underway. I do a full audio commentary here, what I'm seeing happening in the race and how I can show the data to you guys so you get an understanding of what's going on out there. Whoa, falling behind again. Someone says, so much for the breakaway win. Well, I'm thinking there's going to be a breakaway win. I think it's right here. It's going to form. I don't know how many will be left at the end. We are descending quite rapidly now down the other side of the Côte d'Azores at the Tour de France, as Mr. Bob Roll likes to say. Rodrigo, yep, he's here. Yeah, Anna saying Serbia is good at basketball. Yeah, it's kind of like a weird one. I was like, what? Like, I see them at the Olympics. I'm like, Canada is not that good at basketball. Like, and again, Serbia is just a tiny little country. That's kind of their thing there. You know, I guess that's their thing. Makes sense? Like, certain countries play certain sports and they could be a tiny country, but it's their number one thing. They kind of dominate everyone else. Okay, who's this dude here? We got a new bro here. His name looks like, well, it's NTN not. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to say, but let's call him NT for now. Serbia is the best around the Balkan area in basketball. Nikolai Jokic, the current best player in the world. Okay, dude. Yeah, dude, I know so little about basketball, so this is awesome. Slovenia are pretty good too. European champion some years ago. Luka Doncic, the main man. Probably Doncic. Yeah, dude, that's what I mean. So I don't follow basketball at all. Not a fan of it. Just not my thing. But you know, at the Olympics and stuff like that, then I'm like, who are these guys? Because to me, basketball, I just think NBA, and I don't even follow that. So I see other countries that show up and they like really, really good, and then I found out the country has like 5 million people. Like I have no idea. I bet you Serbia doesn't have many people. So they're pulling from such a small population, but they're working so hard at it that I find that to be really impressive. Who's in the lead group? This is Jim Boy here. Lead group at the moment. There's 8 riders out front. Carlos Rodriguez, Victor Campenarts, Quinn Simmons, Tim Wellens, Nielsen Paulus, Michael Storer for Two Door Cycling, Alexei Lutsenko for Israel Premier Tech, and Matty Mahorik for Team Bahrain Victorious. They are being chased by 26 riders, 31 seconds back. So I think they're going to come back together in the Valley Flats. So between the Côte d'Azores and the Pas du Centre, there's a valley system. It is kind of false flatty and rolly. It doesn't look easy. You guys can see it on the map in the middle of the screen right now. This little section through here before the Pas du Centre. I imagine the bigger group will be able to pull back that smaller group. Just more turns on the front for the smaller group. Yeah. Let's see what Race Radio's got to say here. Just showing Alexei Lutsenko up the climb, 27 kilometers an hour. Okay, so 30 seconds. It's coming down. 30 seconds back from the leaders to the group of 26. We want that firepower. 34 riders at the front would be awesome. The GC peloton is 2 minutes, 15 seconds behind the second place group on the road. That's the big group of chasers. And the green jersey is way out the back. There's 42 riders back there. They are more than 8.5 minutes behind the leaders. Joey Jojo now awake, folks. I can hear the dogs running around the house. So she is up and at it. She came home and she was flying, folks. Red wine tasting last night. I was a good boy. Didn't have anything. Diet Cokes all the way for the win. Tequila's trying to help me again. Or tequila. Oh, I got it now. Okay, tequila. Occitania. Perfect. That was good. That was a good Occitania. Yeah, the way you spelled it that time, I got it. Occitania. I like it. Love the French language. Too bad I can't speak it. June's back. Nice to be back on time. Good day, everyone. Nice one to You have all the illustrations. Okay, that must have been the Bike Terra stuff. Okay, Julius Caesar, seems to be turmoil within Visma. Julius, what do you know? Tell me more, bro. What do you know? 343 people watching, guys. Yes, you guys are killing it. You guys are killing it. Taddy and Vingegaard. This is Forrester. New dude here again. Forrester, welcome aboard, man. Thanks for being here with us. Such a good group here. You're going to love it. They're in the GC group, hanging out together. Actually, Jonas was off the back. He's back on now. There's only 90 riders in that group. We got 42 out the back. That's the green jersey group. And then we've got a smattering of breakaways up the road. You can see them here on the profile. I think there's a third group forming. Yeah, take a look at this. There is a third group forming. Yellow jersey group just went atop the Côte de Ceres. They just crested that. Look at this guy here. Group 3, 25 riders there. Group 2, Andres Leknesson. I saw him going off the front over on my other screen over here. It was a UNOX guide. I'm like, okay, I don't know who that is offhand. So he's trying to jump across. He's trying to initiate something by himself. Group 1, 8 riders up front. Guys, I think this is a perfect spot to maybe highlight a little bit more Bike Terra. I'm going to exit it so you guys can't see it. We exit out. We spectate back in. So I'm doing a refresh of it. They said if I leave it sitting idle, and again, this is the developers telling me this. Hey, Colin, if you're doing it, if you're ever going to do this again for us, absolutely I'm going to do it for you guys. Make sure you refresh. So they said they're working on that, guys. You're looking at Bike Terra right now. You're looking at the lead group of the Tour de France right now. Here it is, guys. So here's Nielsen Palace. There should be 8 riders here. That's what I'm seeing here right now. I'm going to zoom out a little bit so you guys can see it. They are on a downhill section here. So there's 8 riders in that group going through the switchbacks. And take a look at the profile here. That's the profile we're going to see when we jump back to the map. Just, look at this big part where we head north and come back down to the south. So we're like riding in these rolling hills. What I want to do now is let's jump back to Leknesson. Let's see if we find one rider solo back here, and let's see where he is on the road with reference to these guys. Take a look at their arrow. Leknesson's not that far back from them, I don't think. Click on him. Yeah, so he's riding solo back here, coming out of all this curvy, swervy, switchbacky area. He's a little ways behind them. Then we're going to jump back another 600 meters to the Gigat group. Okay, I got to click on an actual rider. Harold Tejeda. And all the riders populate in it. Remember, this is all browser-based, guys, so there's always going to be that tiny bit of lag as it loads everything in for you. It's all being loaded. This is all being generated as it happens. This is not loaded on my PC anywhere. So we've got this group here. I think they're showing up pretty well. I'm going to say here that not all the riders have been shown. We've only got maybe 5, maybe 10, 12 riders showing up, 12, 15 riders showing up there. And, well, it does say it's a group of 12. Is it really a group of 12? I think it's bigger than that. Bike Terra did tell me they weren't going to show every rider, so that must be just the data they have right now. Jumping back out, guys, just so we can get back to the chit-chats. I think it shows a good. First thing I want to do is I want to see the group sizes, and I'll let you know how that's working. Hopefully this will be some good feedback for the Bike Terra boys as well. 8 up front, that was right. Here's Andreas Leknesson. Here's those switchbacks I was talking about. Here's that little map thing I told you. We go north and then we come straight back south. Group 3, see they got 25 riders here. We were seeing 12. They already told me that they may not have the ability or are allowed to see every single location. So obviously, if there's a group of like 150 riders, they're not going to show every single one. And probably you're thinking, well, why can't they? I know on Zwift, that's the biggest platform out there, the most powerful platform out there. I've been in races with 1,300 people or group events that become races. They can only ever show 100 riders on screen at once. That's their kind of like their draw-in capability. And that's a fully installed software on my PC. My PC can easily run it, but that's all they allow to be drawn in. So I guess it works the same for Bike Terra, something like that. It's just limitations of draw-in. Again, if you guys like what we're seeing there on Bike Terra, it gives you a better feel of where we're out on the road. I'll try to pick some cool points where you can see it. Let's just jump back to this profile here. Guys, getting into the Valley system soon. I'm thinking those groups are all going to join back up. The Lekneson's trying to get on. I think these guys behind are going to try to get back on in the Valley. Joey will be in the chat soon, guys. Yes, so Forcer, yeah, GC guys are hanging out with the GC boys. Robert, Belgian TV, we're interviewing Quinn Simmons. Robert, you're number one in the chat. Talked about Durango, Colorado, said he plans to go for an Olympic medal in ski mountaineering someday. What is ski mountaineering? I don't even know what that is. Anslo, dude, you're here. So Anslo, guys, is one of the developers of Bike Terra. Guys, drop some comments here. What do you guys think of how I'm able to show that? And again, there's no one else showing you that stuff. Like, I'm not saying me, I'm saying Bike Terra. I don't want credit for that. I can't show you that stuff using any other platform out there. I think, yeah, Bike Terra is onto something really cool here. They started a cycling app platform, and now they've got a Pro Tour race tracker under their belts. Super cool. Anslo, dude, Matt, dude, if there's any way I can help you, just let me know. What comes around goes around, boys. What comes around goes around. So anyways, guys, show some love here to Bike Terra. Ian Holmes from the Philippines. Hey, buddy, Zwift TikTok meetup time tomorrow. Okay, dude, I'll do it. I'll need to see what time it is because I know we're on totally different time zones. I love riding Zwift on Mondays to get my my streak week done. I always got to keep it. I think I'm at 37 weeks Zwifting. Okay, so guys, listen right here. You're listening to one of the developers of that software we're using. We use the same data stream as the official live stream, but we limit groups to 12. Boom, right there, folks. For performance reasons, sometimes they merge into larger groups. So exactly, Anslo, I was trying to explain that there. Sometimes that's all you're allowed to show. And so, guys, obviously, how do I put it? The bigger the company, the bigger the platform, the more money behind them, there's probably more resources, more server power to show more. They've decided that 12 is the limit that they're going to show for like performance of the platform, which is smart. I like it. I hope I explained that correctly. The jersey and helmet colors should approximate. Yeah, they are matching. Like Nielsen Paulus was in pink, and I saw the UAE boys in white yesterday. I saw Taddy in yellow. So great job. Dude, look at this. Anslo, take a look here. Upgrade your mind from Canada. I'd watch the whole tour on Bike Terra, especially with the ability to be the director and choose my own views. Dude, you can do it. You can do it. Dude, you could fire up Bike Terra right now. Dude, please, I'm asking you to do this. I don't want to say begging because that sounds weird. Fire up Bike Terra. Type in biketerra.com. Should load up really fast, and you can probably be in there watching it. Watching from San Diego, California, we got John Rivas here. 300 people in now, folks. Loving it. Please like the channel if you can. Kishitz Tiyagi here. Hard for me to say that name, but can anyone catch Poggy? I don't think anyone can catch Poggy, but I think Poggy can slow down and have a couple bad days, allowing Jonas to perhaps come back up. That's kind of my feel for the third week. It's happened before. June here, the stage will be an easy ride before Resty tomorrow, I think. Dude, they're going pretty hard. They're going pretty hard. Okay, what's going on here? Looks like one of the picnic riders is gesticulating at everyone else. Get up here. Like he's, come on, go. Let's take a quick look again. 8 guys up front. Leknesson still riding solo. The group of 25 trying to get back with Leknesson and catch these guys down in the valley here. Let's see the map, guys. So at this point, groups 1 and 2 are more in a lower valley system here, trying to escape. Here's group 3 is right behind them. They should merge on with Leknesson, and I'm thinking they're going to catch these guys probably starting at the base of the next climb, somewhere through here. It's kind of my guess. Highly speculative at this point. Going to catch up with the chat, guys, and then I'm going to zip for a coffee quickly, nature break, all that stuff. Okay, June. Yes, I love Jokic, Luka, but the best now is Steph Curry, cycling only, Poggy. Okay. June, again, I forgot to greet you, sir. Good day and good commenting. June, great for you to be back here. Appreciate all your comments in the chat. Everyone's input's important here to me. Dave Paragas. Dave, where you from, dude? Thanks, sir. Great commentary. Appreciate it, man. Doing my best here. Just trying to show you how much I love cycling. The pros, all the teams, all the cyclists. I've learned so much this tour, too. Like I was saying to Joey Jojo yesterday, in the past, I mean, outside of the big teams, I'd be like, oh yeah, I know 2 names on, well, I probably only still know 2, I'll be honest. But there'd be some teams I'm like, oh yeah, I know that one guy on that team. And there's like 9 riders back in the old days. And I'd know most of Lance's team. And I'd know most of Ulrich's team. A couple of guys on Pontani's team. Now, I need to know every guy on every team. It's a work in progress, but yeah, I feel like I'm getting it. I'm finally understanding all the players. So Zip Humbert Ruiz here is saying, is Jonas back after crash? I think you're referring to earlier on today. I don't know if he crashed. I thought he just had a mechanical, but they did drag him back on, no problem. I saw him do a full bike change. I didn't know it was crash. If it was a crash, it would have been like a slow, probably 24, 20 kilometer hour crash going uphill because it wasn't on an uphill section. Check this out. Right here, upgrade your mind. I have my own bike Tour de France view going with your feet alongside. Very cool. Yeah, dude, it's fun to play with it. And so that's how my channel got going, is doing stuff like that. On other platforms, though, I only moved over to Bike Terra. I did my first ride on Bike Terra in November, and I don't think I actually covered my first race until maybe February. I think I actually only have 2 rides on Bike Terra. I did a fun ride, that's a common one, and then I did a Mount Palomar race. Mount Palomar somewhere in the States. I don't know where it is, California, I believe. Actually, that doesn't sound right. Doesn't sound right to me. Some of you Americans tell me where Mount Palomar is. I did a race with the OTR boys. That's a club that races on there. OTR Virtual Events. James Ogilvy. And then I did a race after that, like full coverage of it. Okay. June, UAE might have the best budget. It is because UAE is the best rider now, my opinion. Yeah, they do have the best budget. I think they're probably... I think they kind of keep it a secret. They're saying UAE is over 60 million. Is it 60 million euros? Which is a lot of money. Is Visma there? They're saying the smaller teams, 15 million. I think UNOX is less than that. Let's have a look again, guys. 8 riders in the front. I'm looking at them right now. Higher speeds here. They're not showing the speed. There's Victor Campenarts. He rides a full aero helmet. No ventilation whatsoever. I wonder why he would wear that. I mean, he's riding with a group. It's not really super aero for him at this point. Leknessund is down to 18 seconds behind them. Then we got the Jagat group. Actually, I think that gap opened up a bit. It's 31 seconds now. The main group from front to the GC group, it's 3 minutes. No, it's 6.5 minutes. Are you kidding me? How does that look like 6.5 minutes? Oh, yeah, it's... Oh, no, I think it's 6 to that group. So it's 3:04. Sorry. 3:04 from the GC peloton to the very front. They are descending right now, 7% gradient downhill. Leknessund is frantically trying to get back on here still. Let's have a look at him. Okay, so here's our groups, guys. Group 1, we got 8 riders there. Group 2, here's Leknessund. It's actually, there's more riders. Group 3, we got 4 riders. There should be a group of about 20 there. They just merged together. There's 25 chasing Leknessund. They're going to catch him right away. To me, this is just a matter of seconds. What does it actually tell us it is? They're saying it's 15 seconds. 20 seconds. Is that really 20 seconds in between them? Hard to tell. Campenart grabbing a bottle here. A little bit of feed zone here. Looks like we're just on some of the bumps. Like this valley system is quite lumpy and bumpy here. Tim Wellens, hopefully he grabs a bottle. Earlier on it showed him miss a bottle and misses Musette bag altogether. Okay, okay. June, go ahead, sir. Have your coffee. I will settle for smoother beer tonight. Nice. It's Sunday night here in the Philippines right now. Dude, is it raining there? We had a ton of rain here last night. Probably nothing like what the Philippines gets in monsoon season, though. I got soaked going back to the car last night. Andrew Rodriguez, do you think Jonas is off fitness from Tour de France 2023? Well, he did come back from that huge crash. I think he's back to where he was. He did say a few days ago, I think it was the mountain time trial, he goes, that's my single best ride ever. I don't think his team is as strong as 2023. Like, guys, you guys remember back then, if you've watched Tour de France, Wout van Aert was like killing it every day. Wout van Aert was winning stages. That's not happening this year. So they are a real team. And it's the Visma team that won last time. So basically what happened last time is that Taddy had a couple of bad days. Visma took advantage of it. That could happen again in this last week. The tour is not over. Okay. So Andrew, welcome aboard, dude. I think you're a newcomer here today. We've got almost 400 people watching here, guys. I love it. If you can, hit the like button. Join the channel. Do the little bell button thing if you can. I think that's the first time I've ever said that. Hans here. Attendance check from the Filipinos. Lots of Filipinos love their cycling. Love it, dude. Dave Paragas from the Philippines, dude. The land of boxing legend Manny Pacquiao. Yes, dude. He was so good, wasn't he? So good. I think he's a dude, too, that gave a lot back to the Philippines. I think he's quite charitable. I used to watch a lot of boxing like in the 80s, 90s. I loved it all. Obviously, the Tyson years. Roy Jones Jr. Roy Jones Jr., baby. That guy was like phenomenal. Who was the other guy? James Toney. He was really good, too, for a while. Really, really good. Jim Boy, I can tell already Poggy is winning Tour de France back-to-back. No rider's a threat for him right now, especially he's 4:13 ahead of Jonas. It's a wrap if we were to end the Tour de France today. He's got to go through another 6 stages, I think. He's got to go through another 6 stages. 3 of those stages are absolutely savage. So, guys, why don't we do that right now? Let's see how bad this coffee's going to be. Ew. That's terrible. That is terrible. But yeah, Jim Boy, great comment. Appreciate that. What I'm going to do, I think, is we're caught up on the chat here. I'm flying along today, Robert. Full aero helmet, keep bugs out. Sun off, bald head. Yeah, that's it. That's it, Robert. He does have a bald head, doesn't he? Julius is saying time to drop the tax. Time to drop the tax. I love it. I love it, man. See if we can get anything race commentary here. Carlos Rodriguez is the main threat in the GC move. Leknessund has joined the front. Okay, guys, Leknessund got back on. It does show 9 riders now. So 9 riders here. Where is Leknessund? He must have been bombing like a madman. He did jump on. 19 seconds back, we got 6 guys chasing. They all want to get on with this group before the start of the next climb. Next climb, not super long, but it's like almost an 11% gradient. I think this is a perfect time for me to grab this coffee. Say hi to Joey Jojo. Guys, drop some comments. And let's show some love to Bike Terra. And tell everyone Joey Jojo's awake. Okay, riders, we are back. Extended break there. Just said hi to Joey, trying to tell her all the craziness that happened last night before we got home. We had a night out. That was fun. Okay, here we go. Let me catch up. Full aero helmet. Time to drop the tax. Oh, yeah. Roberto Duran, Sugar Ray Leonard, the Hitman Hearns. Dude, I remember all that. That was all during high school for me, I think. Julius Caesar here. Okay, guys, let's catch up with what's going on here. We are starting to climb up the Category 2 climb here. It's not very long. They are showing riders' position on screen here. Are we looking at some wins? Where are we on course? I'm just going to give you my guess as to what they're trying to do here. Yeah, this would be an area that there could be crosswinds. We are on a climb, though. It is very sheltered, so winds will not be impacting them here. It would be more when we're out in the open. Which could be any of these northerly looking or southerly looking routes if the winds keep up. It's coming from the westerly side. Coming back here, 9 riders in the front group still, so a great job by Rodriguez and Leknessem to get on board. We have a group chasing only 11 seconds back. It's 2 riders, Warren Barguil and Alexander Vlasov. I was going to say Anatoly for some reason. And 9 seconds behind that, we got a big group. We got the freight train coming, guys. 21 riders are getting up there. Okay. Yeah, Philippines is very proud of Manny Pacquiao. He won 8 division titles. The only one who made it. He also inducted into the Box Hall of Fame. He made MGM Grand as the ring announcer headset. Okay, I missed that part. Poggy is making TDF as his home. Okay, I gotcha. Oh yeah, Manny Pacquiao. I don't think I saw a ton of his fights. Like, I kind of was out of boxing with him, but like, superstar. Absolute superstar. I'm watching Alexander Vlasov and Barguil. Looks like they are now catching on to the group ahead of them. I think this is them right here. Yeah, here they are. On camera, you can see them. It's probably a 50 to 60 meter gap. They're going to bridge up to the 9 up front. Narrow roads here too. I think these roads could be pretty sketchy for the big peloton behind. Quite narrow roads, fans right nearby. We're going to jump back here a little bit, guys. So will the 22 riders from behind... Now, they have a 51-second gap starting the climb. They're not going to catch them right now. That front group's going to be driving hard now. From the very, very front, let's call it the Rodriguez group. It's looks like 3 minutes back. 3:48. Back to the main peloton, the GC peloton, 91 riders there. Let's have a look and see who's all there. All the top 10 are there. Ben Healy's there. Jonathan Narvaez's there is for Taddy. Okay, pretty good sized group. Then we're going to bounce back. Ooh. From them, it's over 6 minutes back to the green jersey group. So in that green jersey group, we got the Yates boys resting up for the next few days. I guarantee you they're resting up right now. Jayco Alula rider getting a bike switch here. Not sure who this is and where they are. Seeing all the team cars, so I got to imagine that's out of the main peloton there. And Quinn Simmons looks like he's trying to go with someone here. Looks like a two-door rider. Let's figure out who this is. Who is the two-door rider in that front group? Again, that's slightly delayed. Quinn Simmons is up there. Michael Storer. Campenarts is bringing the other 6 up behind them. But Tudor is, the Storer from Tudor is out of the saddle, climbing all the way. 2.8 there. Let me take a look at this here. We are climbing now. We are on the ascent of the Pas du Centre. It's only 2.9 kilometers long, but average gradient is 10.2%. Average. 2.9 kilometers, and my screen is showing that we're still at 2.7 to go. Again, slightly delayed. They're saying now it's 15 seconds back to the Jordan Jagat group. Jordan Jagat, I think, is the highest placed Total Energies rider. 11th overall. Like, look at this. This guy's just lurking in 11th place. So he needs a day where he can get out there and steal some time from the GC guys. I mean, he's 24 minutes back. He's not going to vault over Taddy today. But, you know, this is what you got to do if you want to get into the top 10. We're going to take a look at the yellow jersey group right now. GC. This is GC overall. You can see, yeah, this is correct. 413 back to Jonas. Here's our top 10. Next rankings. There's Jordan Jagat right there. 11th place. Only just over a minute and 30 seconds up to 10th place to Carlos Rodriguez, who's in that leading group. Carlos Rodriguez probably thinking, dude, I can't let this Jagat guy catch up with me. I got to go. We got to go. They're all fighting for their positions, folks. All fighting. Okay, so that should not be on screen there. We don't need to see that. It's Muret. It's this one. Why does it do that? Okay, guys, back on track here. Let's get it. 2 in the front group now. Quinn Simmons and Storer. So their attack is... it's maybe a couple seconds. Campenarts is right around the corner, following them. Campenarts, second rider. Looks like there's just 2 riders chasing them. Let's take a look right now. It says 3, and it's not showing the right riders because I can see Campenart there. Unless they've merged them. So 2 riders up front. Second group has Campenarts. It's not being shown. They're missing all the breaks in between. That's what's going on. So it's showing that the Jagat group is 36 seconds back. You can see that here. Okay, now we're seeing Campenarts again. So even with the Tour de France, there's delays with the transponder stuff. Because I'm watching, and it's Tim Wellens, and that's who we're seeing on screen now too. You can see the Belgium jersey. Into the chat. Okay, Rahil Medvedev here. Famous for the win. I'd love to see him win today. At this point, 99.9% chance Taddy's going to win the Tour. I'd love to see someone different win every day from here. Looks like Leknesund is struggling here out of this front group. Again, guys, this is over a 10% gradient all the way. This is a steep hill here. Andreas Leknesund, 79th overall for UnoX Mobility. 2 hours and 16 minutes behind overall. So no threat to the GC. With the big boys, they've just started the climb on my replay here. 2.9 kilometer climb. It's UAE sitting on the front. 3 white jerseys sitting directly in front of Poggi and 1 behind him. Visma sitting right there too. Kind of the typical thing we've been seeing the entire tour so far. Guys, what do you think Visma should do? What would you do if you were Visma right now? Okay, Robert here saying, looking at a picture of the lady who had the cardboard sign Alaphilippe stole from her yesterday. Sign was support for Wout van Aert. Picture of her with Wout and Alaphilippe holding holding the sign. Yeah, so when he got over the top of, was it the Tourmalet? He grabbed a cardboard sign from someone and was kind of like messing around with it, trying to stuff it in his jersey. So it was actually a sign supporting Wout. I wonder what the lady thought. Wouldn't it be cool if he signed it and got it back to her? I would love that. Yeah, June here saying that they think F1's boring now. Dude, I got out of F1 years ago when it got quiet. So I followed F1 probably all through the 90s. The Jacques Villeneuve, Damon Hill, then the rise of Schumacher, Hakkinen, DC, David Coulthard, all those dudes. Vettel took over. The cars got quiet right after that, and I was like, I am out. Hey guys, listen how quiet my car is. No one's ever said that. Well, maybe they do now with electrics, but if I'm going to be at a car race, I want my ears to hurt. I want to smell the fuel. That's what I want, and F1's not that anymore. Just probably banged my microphone there. Sorry, guys. Okay, the voice is still good there. Gonna maybe turn that up a little bit. Let's try that out. Good enough. Okay. We're back. Julius, Jonas should get the jersey for work-life balance. Yes. Best overall GC contender and floor installer. We could do that. Store in this picture, 4 riders, Tim Wellens, Simmons, Campenarts, and Store. Store going. Campenarts can't keep up. Campenarts is more dieseling his way up, sitting. Simmons behind him, then Wellens rocking heavily. Store kind of trying to dance away. Probably has like a 10-meter gap right now. Wants to be the first over this climb. He has picked up a few points towards KOM. This is not going to get him the jersey. This is going to get him a bonus for the day. You know, €1,000 and I don't know, something local from the area. Occitania. I think that's where we are still. Quinn Simmons just ripping up the road in France should be a bigger story in the US. Yeah, there's very little coverage of the Tour de France. Guys, I do my best to bring it to you, so hopefully everyone will stick around. June, next stage will be very exciting. The mountains, the Alps, anybody's ball game, but still betting for Poggy. He is the best right now. Yeah, June, agree 100%. When Poggy wins on some of these stages, it should just be, well, that's to be expected. You should expect that. But if Poggy fails a little bit, which he's done in the past in the third week, Jonas in the past didn't win in week 1 and hold the yellow jersey all the way. He took it in the third week. Poggy had some bad days. Maybe he struggles in the third week. He is nursing the slightest bit of a cold right now. So you got to stay healthy. You can be the world's greatest cyclist, but if you can't stay healthy, well, you're out. Obviously, Remco's had some bad days. There's something wrong with him. It's going to be so exciting. And June, thanks for bringing it up. I know Jim Boy brought it up earlier. I'm going to show that. Joey Jojo, give me a coffee. I got to give her a little love heart here and a special little like. Thank you, Joey Jojo. Good morning, Tour de France fans. Cortasi's back, bro. Good to have you here, dude. I love when you come in. Simmons roasting himself. Yeah, Simmons is driving hard on the front, guys. Simmons is in that front group before. He wants a win. They need to get over the top and be gone. They don't need Van der Poel catching up with them. I would say Van der Poel would have been my prediction before the stage. I know everyone says Poggy. Poggy's not going to kill himself on today, guys. If he can stay close to the GC contenders and ride a little bit easier, they're not machines. You just don't turn on like a motor and hit the start button or whatever and go. Hit the throttle. They need to recover. They got a rest day tomorrow, and then we do Ventoux. Speaking of which, guys, we're doing that right now. I've been yammering on about it. Let's do it. Mr. Super Distracted, you're calling. So, guys, we're doing Muret to Carcassonne today. Tomorrow, Montpellier. Oh, that is so French, isn't it? That's our rest day. Tuesday. So I'm on a rest day tomorrow. I'm riding Zwift with Ian Holmes, who's in this chat. Me and him are going to do a meetup on Zwift, and we're going to ride together. Oh, I'm seeing Quinn Simmons waving on the other dudes. Ticked off. Yeah. Come on. Come on, you slackers. Do you want to win, or do you want to be caught? We got 2 Belgians here, an American, and I didn't see Store. I don't know if he's Australian or New Zealand. I didn't get to count the stars. Tim Wellens grabbing a water bottle off the neutral water bottle service here on the climb. But yeah, so let's take a look at the stages, guys. This is Tuesday, so we got 1 day to rest. These guys are still going to be riding. Here is Tuesday. This is our Tuesday stage. I know it's bright. 171 kilometers. First 141 kilometers are generally flat, and the last 30 climbs, we just climb up the flanks of the Giant of Provence. First half of the climb is all in the trees. The second half of the climb is wide open. Could be windy up there. Anything can happen after a rest day. I think they're quite nervous after the rest day. The Ventoux climb itself, even though we're climbing way before that, the Ventoux climb is probably it starts here at Bedouin. If you look at the map, there's a town called Bedouin here. It says it starts at 149.2. We're climbing before that too already. The race may be on at the bottom. It could be on 15, 20 kilometers before that. 15.7 kilometers at 8.8% gradient. I've done this one inside. It's brutal. The next day after that, stage 17. Here's your last chance if you're a sprinter, right here. This is it. So this is our last chance. Again, after doing the Ventoux, they're going to come out and race like beasts. to get to the sprint point. Then the breakaway teams are probably going to try to take over. The sprint teams are going to try to control them and have a sprint finish. That's Wednesday. Thursday, hold on to your hat, boys. It's going to be insanity. The most climbing so far at the Tour, 5,500 meters, Courchevel, Col de la Lotte. One of the most brutal climbs. I've never done this one. I don't want to do it. But take a look at this puppy here. Col de Glandon, 21.7 kilometers at 5%. So it's a super long grinder. The Col de Madeleine, 19.2 kilometers at 8%. Guys, these are the longest things we've done this year. Then the Courchevel Col de la Lotte, Souvenir Henry de Grange. That's the guy that started the Tour de France in 1903. Highest point of the Tour this year, 26.4 kilometers at an average of 6.5%. If you have a bad stint on any one of these, your Tour could be over. If you have a bad stint on the Col de Glandon, that's easy 4 or 5 minutes. Or it could happen on the Madeleine, 4 or 5 minutes. Or the Col de la Lotte, 4 or 5 minutes. That's the lead Taddy has over Jonas right now. Of course, Jonas has to be able to maintain his pace as well. The next day, almost as hard, Albertville to La Plagne. It's only 130 kilometers, but it's got 4,500 meters of climbing. Take a look at this little juicy baby right here. Category 2 to start. It's climbing all day. We climb from the very rip. There's a sprint point 8 kilometers in. Sprinters, goodbye. We won't see you again. Category 2 climb, dip into the valley. Category 1 climb, Col de TDF, dip into the valley. Col de Prix, 12.6K at 7.7. That shows you guys, that's an HC at 12.6 kilometers. The Col de la Lotte is 26 kilometers long. It's like HC plus. That's my new categorization. I'm starting that out this year. Fully trademarked, branded in my name, patented too. I'm going to recategorize the climbs for the Tour de France. That is so much harder than that climb. The Cormet de Roseland, category 2. And then we have our final up La Plagne. Yeah, 19.1 kilometers at 7.2. 7.2, 7.7 to this HC here. This one's 7 kilometers longer than that guy. I don't know if that one's an HC. I'm taking that away from it. Let's get back to it, guys. Here we are, climbing still. Let's get caught up. 4 riders still up front. Same guys as before. Second group at 23 seconds. Rodriguez, who fell out. Okay, Harry Sweeney looks like he's going to, rear wheel change for EF. And just jumping back to the UAE boys here. On the front, looks like they've got, that's the summit right there. So they've just hit the summit here on my replay. Taddy sitting in 4th or 5th position. Let's have a quick peek at the map and see if that's where we're seeing them. Yes, we are. Actually, it's slightly delayed here from what I'm seeing. I'm going to do a refresh on that because I think that's delayed. I've seen them go over top on the video. And yeah, it must be really close because they're there right now. So this timing may be even more delayed. We can see the big boys back here, group 7 on the road. From the very, very front, from Quinn Simmons up front to the very, very back, almost 13 minutes. Again, Van Aert's back here. Van Aert's wedged in between the two, so Van Aert could be getting some form back. Hasn't looked the same as previous years. Back into the chat, guys. Okay, yeah, so thank you, Joey Jojo. Let's have a great Sunday. Another day out for food. And then I'm falling into a coma tonight. I think tonight I'll probably be sleeping by about 6 p.m. She's holding the sign, grinning with Wout and Julian on the other side. She's good. Okay, awesome. Joey Jojo just saw it. She saw it on Facebook. She's wearing a polka dot shirt. Yeah, how cool would that be? Julian Alaphilippe steals your sign. And it's all captured on TV. I think that's great. Julius, I saw that Cadillac is getting F1 next year. Looking forward to that. Yeah, I did see. I do just barely follow it now. Barely follow it. When I walked down, guys, I went to Silverstone in 2012. I did a crazy 3.5-day trip to the UK from Canada. Flew the red eye. Stayed in a camper van. A caravan, I guess I should call it. I think it was 14 feet long. 3 large grown men in there. I had the worst bed in there, and that's okay. That's the one I picked. I didn't want to sleep beside the... So my 2 buddies, Chris and Trevor, were sleeping like in little single beds at the front end of the caravan, closest toward like the tow vehicle, and it was so close together they could reach out and hold hands at night if they wanted. They might have done that. That might have happened on the trip. I'm not really sure. We're trying to keep that confidential. Just kidding, guys. I slept at the back. Walking down the back stretch of Silverstone and like covering your ears as fast as you can as the cars go by in free practice, and you just feel the wave, the wall of sound and energy coming at you. It's absolutely mind-blowing. Then I did Montreal, was really good. That's an easy one for us to do here in Canada. Probably one of the best F1s for the drivers. They love it because the F1 track is in downtown Montreal. It's on an island, a man-made island in the river there. You're probably only a couple of miles from all the best bars and restaurants in Montreal. Montreal is very Euro. It's the place where you go out at 10 o'clock at night to eat. Kind of strange for me. 4 o'clock, that's my supper time. Then we went to Austin, and the cars were so quiet, like super disappointing. I love going to Austin. Really cool city, but the F1 there, I hated it. Like, I mean, I liked it, but it was like, There's the lower classes, like the Ferrari Challenge cars, and there was another group there. They sounded better. Moving on here, guys. Jeff's back. That is really the only reason Visma is still hanging right there on UE. They are just waiting for Poggy to start feeling sick. Yeah, Jeff, they're waiting for him to make a mistake. Guys, around 300 people chilling here with us today on a beautiful Sunday here. It's absolutely terrible outside here. Looks like it's going to be one of those days that I shouldn't leave the house. John here. John Chady, Fast 4 like Fox Buddy. Channeling my inner Colin and his GRC jersey from race today. Keep rocking, Colin. Thank you so much, John. Dude, you're one of the real OG supporters, John. There's only a few of the GRC dudes that come out here and hang out with me. You, John, Ruben, Steven, Bashok's jumping in once in a while. Glad to have you here. Wade saying Poggy does not get sick. He's a Slovenian alien. That is true. Joe's back. Joe 512. Good morning, all cycling fans. Yes, dude, that's what they told me. Upgrade your mind from Kingston, Ontario, Canada. He said Bike Terra Secret F5 every few minutes. It gives a full resyncs all the riders. I got that from Anslow yesterday through a Discord message. Me and him and it got going on. And again, guys, I'm just showing you Bike Terra because it's the best way to track them there. I have no affiliation with Bike Terra except that I like the dudes, and I think they like me. June, cyclists really are humans today. You are strong. Tomorrow's a different day. I said good luck to the best rider until stage 20. God bless Tour de France riders. You were all great. That's what I think, dude. Anything can happen here. Anything can happen. I should do some research on, like, who was the dude, the unfortunate dude that kind of, like, blew it the most. Probably just offhand would probably be Laurent Fignon. Blowing a 1-minute lead, losing by 8 seconds. Smallest victory ever. But I'm sure there might have been other things. There might have been a dude that might have been minutes ahead way back in the 60s who had a terrible crash in the last week and was just out. Go look that up. Jeff's saying there are rolling hills on the backs of the Ventoux that exhaust riders before they get to the base of the Ventoux. Yeah, Jeff, I was just saying that. Like, the climbing starts from quite a ways out. The Ventoux itself is 15 point whatever kilometers, but I think they're climbing from at least 30 kilometers out. Upgrade your mind, HC Colin, HCC Colin. You got it, Jeff. Sorry, upgrade your mind. Staring at Jeff's name here as I said that. But I'm going to reclassify those climbs. There's no way they're the same. Even today. World Famous Foods is back. West Point, New York. Okay, dude, nice to have you. I know you've been popping in and out. June again saying, what I love about Poggy is humility, still appreciates other riders' efforts and commitments. Yeah, I saw that yesterday, even though he did attack Jonas when he didn't have to, because I'm like, I wouldn't have done that. Yeah, he did gain 4 seconds. X rider. Okay, X is on the front now, pushing with EF and UAE sitting behind them. So X is on to something here today, guys. EF's working hard too. UAE finally has some support from other teams in the peloton here. The lead group of 4 riders, it should be, yes, still 4 riders, is getting kind of the highest point today. They've already crested the climb point, but they're still climbing. Nielsen Paulus is up to something today. Hasn't really shown up a lot this tour. Riding solo. The Jagat group is only 3 riders now. Now, I'm sure they're all over the place here. Let's take a look at the map and see if they all show up. Yeah, look at this here. We've got a ton of riders here. Guys, this seems like a good time for a little Bike Terra action. So I'm going to hit it again just so I can show you some stuff here. Make sure it's all fired up. I need to do that. I'm going to have a sip of coffee here. Everyone, thanks for the coffees today. It's keeping me going. I'm going to have to power through again today, guys. So like after this, chores, hang out a little bit. Then we got to go back into town again. Here's our leading group here. Let's see if that's correct. I think I need to do an F5 over here myself. Is that what that is? I'm not sure if I hit it actually. Messing around. Yeah, then we're going back out for another meal. We probably won't be home till after 5 o'clock and sleeping shortly thereafter. Joey won't like that. Whatever. Michael Story here in the front group, guys. Okay, I'm going to let this load in. Everything sync back up, guys. Let's do a little Bike Terra again, just so you can get a feel for where we're all on stage there, guys. So if you haven't seen this yet, I know someone said a few days ago, well, this looks fake. And I'm like, what do you mean fake? It's real. Here's our group of 4. I'm actually on Michael's store right now. Our front group. Take a look at the map here. You can see where they are on screen. There's like about 6 groups of riders behind them here. So I'm going to try. Well, Nielsen Paulus, if we zip to him, he's 900 meters back. Someone's flying by, so I don't know if that's a weird data point. That rider looks to be going very, very fast. Yeah, something's going on there with the data, guys. We'll go back to the Jagat group. We'll go to Andres Leknesund, showing that there should be 3 riders here, I believe. Actually, it's 4 riders. See, only seen 3. There might be 1 off the front here somewhere. Again, this is all on how I update this, guys. The Van Aert group. So Van Aert is somewhere in the middle too. Says there's 11 riders here, and that's kind of what we're seeing right away. It looks like 11 riders to me. Is there anyone up the road here? They're all kind of spread out here a little bit. Michael Valgren's up there too. Julian Alaphilippe. Here's our group, guys. We can zoom out a little bit here on the map. You can see where we are, see where we're going. Heading on into Carcassonne. We're heading south-southeast right now. Back to the front. Let's take a look here. I don't think that front group's that big right now. I think it's only 4 riders. I think there's some extra data in here, or maybe they're bridging in between. What I will do, though, is jump out of here, turn this back on, and just check and see what's happening. Okay, we're back here. Guys, look at this. We got 8 riders there, and that's what we were seeing on Bike Terra. I only expected to see 4. So they were that close. The 4 have merged back together. We've got 8 riders up there. Looks like Tim Wellens was trying to go off the front before by himself, probably realizing those chasers were coming. And as I look on screen here, I can see all 8 riders are really strung out. Tim Wellens on the front. They've all came back together though. So guys are trying to push over the top here and get a break before we start the descent. There is little bumps going downhill. But if you can get a gap here, time trial to the finish. That's what it's all about today. So yeah, Bike Terra, you did it. I was like, in my head I was going, I don't think there's 8 riders here. This is what I'm thinking in my head. There's not 8 riders here. There was 8 riders there. That's what we're seeing from the Tour de France. Back here, we got Paulus with Jagat. That's what we did see on screen too there. We'll jump in the chat here, guys. Ivard's back. Ivard. Oh, wait. Visma and many of the other teams seem to have given up when they see Taddy's going well. Big mistake. Yeah, they're just waiting for a mistake. I I think they're going to wait and wait and wait till there's a mistake, and there's no mistake. They're going to have to do one last attack like on the following Friday. So guys, the biggest days of the week, if you can join me, please join me every day if you can. But the days you cannot miss are Tuesday for the Mont Ventoux. Thursday, yeah, Tim Wellens is burying himself. You're trying to get away, but the other riders are right there. They're still saying it's a group of 8. See if this actually becomes anything, because I don't think it will be. I'm 500 meters behind in this video. Tim does have a break. He does have a break here. I'm not sure if he does get away here yet. Let's keep looking here, guys. So yeah, I'm 500 meters behind what I'm seeing over here. And at this point, it looks like he's got 100 meters on the riders behind him. So this may be happening. Yeah, it is happening. Okay, so that feed there is pretty close to this one. Tim Wellens is riding solo, guys. Tim Wellens off the front. Here we go. Quinn is not going to let him get away. Yeah, so right now, we're not seeing the other riders. They're hidden here somewhere. They're probably right behind him on this corner. Tim Wellens, it says here, he's solo. He is solo, but the other guys are about 100 meters back. The other 7 riders that should be there. So let's see how that forms. I'll catch up in the chat here. Yes, sir, Ivard, I can see them just waiting and waiting and waiting. And then next Friday, so don't miss Tuesday. Do not miss Thursday or Friday. You need to like book a day off work. Retire early. You need to watch those stages with me. June's loving F1 because of Lewis Hamilton. He's the GOAT. With Michael. Okay. I really like Schumi still. And you know what? I think when he was a champion, I more liked the DC guys. I loved Mika Hakkinen. I just loved how cold he was. You know, they would congratulate him for a race and he'd be like, oh, thank you. It didn't mean nothing to him. Very Finnish. I love that. Just like Kimi Räikkönen. Those guys are the best guys out there. I just love their personalities. So if you're Finnish, love you, man. Breakaway win, 41%. Big sprinter fight still at 22. Tatty Day still at 37. Really. Got 500 votes. It's Breakaway today, guys. Breakaway for me. Gonna get back here. How do I close this? I have no idea. Okay. We had Ray Philip Regis is here. Looks like he was going to comment on something. Yeah, Ray, drop us a comment. Tell us where you're from, dude. Don saying Tatty can't allow you to take even 1 second. Yeah, and that's the thing, too. When Tatty's probably thinking there, because he does say, he said after it, he goes, anything can happen on any day. Anything can happen. He did say, too, he goes, I didn't have anything left to attack, really. I couldn't counterattack Aaronsman going up the road. Because people were saying the whole time, like, oh, he's going to hunt him down no matter what. Tatty came out and said, I just couldn't. Tim Wellens off the front, guys. I don't think they're even showing it properly. So Tim's here by himself. Group 2 is, okay. Now showing it. Are they really that far back? Did he really gap them that quick? 18-second gap. Back to these 5 riders. Barguil, Alexander Vlasov, Victor Campenarts, Quinn Simmons, and Michael Storer. So Tim is just absolutely leveling himself here, trying to get away, going for a win. Today he's allowed to be an entrepreneur and get out there and win for a privateer today. Get out there and go for the win. Ray here saying, Ray, thank you for commenting. Peloton is too far already. Yeah, they're so far behind right now. Peloton right now is from the very, very front. They're 6 minutes back, guys. 5:53 to the front. The Peloton is not catching them. This is more of a rest day, a pre-rest day to the real rest day tomorrow before the week of hell starts. And even Wednesday, the flat day, teams are going to be going all out. Those are days that Poggy has to be careful that he doesn't let, a GC guy go up the road. Just takes one day. Things can be off. And remember Poggy, it's the 3rd week where Jonas was able to beat him in the past. He didn't do it last year, but Jonas was nowhere near where he was before. Last year, he's nowhere near where he is now. That's the benefit of the doubt defense I'll give Jonas. He wasn't the same person. He almost died in that crash. Double collapsed lungs, laying on the side of the road. Team Rodeo coming here from EF. Okay, this is from EF. We want to go and start to pull to bring down the gap. So EF's trying to bring it down. Come closer, obviously not too close. Go and catch Michael and Nielsen. So they want EF to get up the road there and catch Nielsen and Michael. Let's have a quick look here where Nielsen is. Is he in this group? Was he in that group? No, he's not in that group. He's not in the Quinn group. Carlos Rodriguez group. I don't know where Nielsen is right now. Probably with Jagat. Yeah, there's Nielsen Palace there. So they want to bring these guys back. I wonder what EF's thinking there. Is this all for Ben Healy? Who are they worried about here? Ooh, they might be worried about Rodriguez. I think they're worried about Rodriguez. This guy here, Rodriguez, he's sitting in 10th place overall. Okay, he's 10th overall at 22.57. If we bounce back to the yellow jersey group, we're going to find Ben Healy. Ben Healy here is currently 9th at 18.41. So they don't want Rodriguez going up the road and getting any time. I know people say, well, no one remembers 3rd or no one remembers 7th. These teams do. UCI points. This is important for them. They want to keep their rider in that top 10. Top 10 is kind of like the cutoff point. I would say no one remembers 11th. People will be desperately... When you look at the display of the rankings, it always shows the first 10 results. It's always 10. Okay, chat time. Quinn Simmons, what a monster. Yeah, Quinn's doing really well here. And I can see them trying to hunt down Tim Wellens on the descent here. Quinn's doing perfect. 49th overall, 1 hour and 46 minutes back. We're just going to hang out here for now, guys. And at the end, I'll be able to show some more videos and stuff at the end here today. Still 315 people here. Love it, guys. Love it. Drop a like if you can. It's pretty quick to reach up there and just hit that little thumbs up button if you can do that for me. I would love it. AR, new dude here. First comment, I think, from him. I wish it would show me who the new commenters are. F1 Petronas should sponsor a team. Okay, so like I think back in the old day, I think the Williams team, I think they were sponsored by Petronas. Weren't they? I'm positive they were. Back in the days when they had Rubens Barrichello. Was it Rubens? No, not Rubens. Sorry, not Rubens. Juan Pablo Montoya. I think Juan Pablo Montoya raced for Petronas. I think so. Long time, guys. Like I said, I barely follow Formula One now. Yes, Julius, Jackie Stewart. It's a great day for motor car racing. Exactly. Robert Two Monster, other guys in the chase, letting him close the gaps. Jeff, Carcassonne is named after the famous castle there, which was repaired at great, massive expense. Oh, look at this. The famous dish of there, cassoulet, which is just an embellished pork and beans. Really? I didn't know that. I'm going to look that up afterwards. I'm going to make cassoulet later today. Jay Taylor, so about 30 kilometers left. 34.1 kilometers remaining for Tim Wellens. The rest a little smidge more. Let's get this energy-filled coffee into me, folks. Just going to power through one more day here. Day off, and then I'm on another 13-day stint. Finishing up the Tour de France. It's going to be the best week of the Tour de France, too. We haven't seen nothing yet. We have seen nothing yet at the Tour de France. It's going off this week, folks. This is where the true battles are going to start. This is probably where the point where UAE's probably like, man, can we keep this up? Can we really keep this up? I mean, again, they're not superhumans, right? Well, they are, but they aren't. Superhuman performance, but not robots. Tim Wellens absolutely drilling it, folks. He has a 43-second lead over the 5 chasing him. UAE message. How is he looking? How does Tim look? Now you should reply. He looks fabulous. So they're probably asking another team car, how does he look? They're saying he looks fabulous. Belgian jersey. Smashing at the front, guys. 42-second lead over the 5 chasing him. And then from there, we're going to bounce back to Carlos Rodriguez riding solo. This is why EF's chasing. They don't want this guy sneaking up on Ben in the standings. That's my guess anyways. Then we go back to Jordan Jagat group. 16 riders here. Nice to see Ben O'Connor active, racing. Nielsen Paulus is up here. Alaphilippe, who crashed and sat on the side of the road for quite a while earlier, is there. Jasper Stuyven. Wout's there as well. Been pretty quiet today. There are some sketchy corners, so I'm going to keep an eye on those later. Like, Tim went around that pretty gingerly. I can see that being a big choke point for the peloton when you've got 100 riders coming around that corner. Okay. Yep, Joe here saying gap is looks like 25 to 30. I'm going to have a quick look here and see what I'm seeing. They're saying 48 on here. 48, 49 from Tim Wellens to the 5 that are chasing him. I'm watching that group right now, calling it the group Barguil for Warren Barguil. Come on, Vlasov. Let Bora Hansgrohe get at least one win this tour. So let's take a look there. Here's Vlasov right here, guys. Red Bull, Bora Hansgrohe. He's in the mix. They just got to bring back Tim Wellens. Quite a bit of downhill coming up to you guys. We're on like a run into Carcassonne, so there's a really cool little splotch of mountains there. How can I show that guy's best to you? Oh, I think I know where I can do it. I'm going to do this, guys. Just kind of want to give you an idea of where we're at. I'm going to use Climb Finder actually to do this. There's Carcassonne. What I'll do here is I'm just going to turn this off. We're going to hit that one, do that one there. Back on Climb Finder, guys. If you look at the screen here, the climb we just did, that category 2 is this guy here. I've already got it highlighted for you. We came from this little town here called, that's hard to say, Escusins, I believe. We came up the climb. We're bombing down the other side now. Obviously, I don't know the full roads, but we're working our way away from this. You can see the elevated areas all in green here. It's all lit up. We're working our way to Carcassonne here, which is down in the valley system, away from more of these coastal mountains. Again, we're just on the border of the Pyrenees here. We're climbing back up in the Pyrenees down here. These are the French Pyrenees here. Oh, here's Andorra. It's Andorra for you guys, right here. Little, I think it's called a Principality. So yeah, we're coming out of the green stuff here, elevated areas, and we're racing down into Carcassonne today. After this, we launch and we head way over here somewhere. I think we go head over to the Ardèche. I think that's kind of like near the Giant of Provence, the Mont Ventoux. Okay, I'll get back to it, guys. We'll turn that off, turn that off. We are back in. We are in the pipe, 5x5, folks. 56-second lead. This group of 5 cannot bring Tim Wellens back. They are not bringing him back. Hopefully all my streams and feeds are working good. I can see Flow Bikes is totally cratered here. I'm looking good here, I think. I'll just keep chit-chatting like I'm still good, guys. Yeah, it's back. Just getting a bad feed from Flow Bikes there. Uncling Travel Maddie's here today. Oh, hey, buds. What have I missed today? Hope everyone's going. Tim Wellens on the break, dude. He's got a 1-minute lead over about 5 riders. There's multiple groups behind them there. I think there's like 5-6 groups on the road in between him and the GC peloton. All the GC hitters are in that main group. Tim Wellens absolutely burying himself here. He's 53rd overall. Cruising downhill, 76 kilometers an hour. Full aero tuck, reaches in his back pocket, pulls a gel out. He's taking a gel going downhill at close to 80 kilometers an hour. Yeah, I wouldn't ride down this hill at 80 kilometers an hour. Yeah, he is on a mission. He's not holding it. It's like either I get caught or I win the stage. He's not wondering if anyone's going to come up to him. He's just gone. He's going for it right now. And we'll be flying downhill here. Okay, Ivard. Jonas has made a magnificent comeback from the crash, plus his wife really wants him to take... Yeah, that's true too. Jonas has made a full recovery. I think Jonas has looked better. And people are going to say, well, what do you mean? He's losing. he looked, let's just say it, he looked really bad on the Hautacom compared to Taddy. At the individual mountain time trial, he looked way better, passing Remco, and, you know, it was a 36-second gap between him and Taddy. He picked the wrong bike. He would have been faster on a better bike. I still don't think he would have beaten Taddy. Maybe it would have been an 18-second loss versus 36. And yes, yesterday he finished with Taddy. Take what you want out of that. Neil here. Neil Rushby, Muckers Worldwide, one of the Bolton boys. Really nice attack by Wellens just before the crest, and he's never had a stage win. Dude, that's how you do it in Ruby too. You attack right on that crest and get over the top and you go. Yes, Robert, for Chris Horner fans, who is riding like a knucklehead today? Victor Campenarts, my man. Look at my weird big hands. Abel here. Kefle, what are Binny chances today? I would say 0 today, dude. 0. Binyam this is not a course that was designed for him. At a quick glance, it looks like a sprinter stage, but it's not. Binyam is back here, I believe. There's Jonathan Milan. And Binyam. There's Tim Merlier, Andre Demard, St. Martinsdijk, Jordy Muse, Edward Toynes. I believe Binyam's back here in the green jersey group, unless he's just hanging on. Yeah, I actually don't see him there. He might be in the yellow jersey group. If he is, that's pretty amazing. Let's have a little look for him. I'll spend some time. I'm going to just look for Binyam quickly, guys. I know there's a lot of supporters from Eritrea here and Africa. Where is Binyam? I guess you can actually search for them, but I hate doing that. Is he in this group? I'd be shocked if he's in this group. There's Laurence Rex in this group for Intermarché. So I'm thinking I scroll past him. I think he's back in the green jersey group. And the green jersey group from front to back is now, wow, 18 and a half minutes behind, guys. 18 and a half minutes. So I didn't actually find him, but he's nowhere near the front right now. Not a stage for him today. I'll have another look for him here. Maybe I can spot him. Sometimes it doesn't populate all the groups correctly. Wellens is doing a great job, but the problem is there's still 33. I know, dude. I know. So he's on this massive attack, but is he going to time trial away for another 24 kilometers? Like, that's a huge effort. Huge effort. But he is slowly walking away from them. It's out to 111 now. So right now, though, it's going to be 1 versus 5. These 5, Victor Campenarts is in that group too. A really good time trialist. Can him and Quinn pull them back? I think, yeah, and Vlasov. Barguil, more of a climber. Storer, more of a climber. I think it's Vlasov and Campenarts and Simmons who are going to have to do all the majority of the work to pull back Tim Wellens now. Yeah, thanks, Matty. He says, my man, Victor Campenarts, great impression. And you know what you got to do too? You got to sit, you always got to sit like this, and you got to look at the camera like that, and then talk to the camera like this. That's what you got to do. Have a stuffed lion up here, a jersey in that corner over there, maybe a little hat or something too, and have a really nice press shirt on. I like that look. And jeans. That is the Chris Horner. I love it. Love it. Chris Horner won the Vuelta a España, I think it was 2013, at the age of, was it 41 or 42, guys? 41 or 42 years old, he won the Vuelta. That's coming up next month. Don't miss that, guys. I'm doing all of that. We're going to do it just like this. Pile into the chat. Jump in here. Give me your predictions. Don here, Wellens will get a stage win to go with his KOM jersey from earlier. Yeah, he did have the KOM jersey earlier. It's a long ways to go, 23 Ks, but he is going for it. I think he's just, yeah, you know what? Guys, rest day tomorrow. Tim's going to empty the tank, deplete the reserves. He's going all in. Time trial, and let's go. Let's go, folks. It is downhill. It only gets flat. Probably, I don't know. Looking at this, 5, 6, 7 kilometers then are going to be flat, where he's not going to have the advantage of the downhill. He's out to 121. It's looking better and better for Tim Wellens here. back to the group of 5, the Barguil group, who are making no inroads into him. I'm really shocked by this. Carlos Rodriguez and Lutsenko. There's a big group there. It's actually just refreshing on screen. It says there's 16 riders in that group. Yeah, they're saying it's the Vingegaard group. Then it's 139 back to Muret here and Vandenbroek. Then we've got Christian Rodriguez here for Arkea BNB with Caden Groves and Matteo Verce. Always like to comment, he's the guy that got crashed on day 1. 7 minutes back to the peloton from Tim Wellens. So he's flying. Now the peloton group here to Carlos Rodriguez is important. I think he's in this group here. Well, he's up here somewhere. He's in the gap somewhere here, guys. Don't see him there. He's not in the Barguil. Well, he is in the Barguil group. So this group got bigger. It was 5, now it's 7. That's interesting. Rodriguez, if he holds this position, he could actually jump over top of Ben Healy. I think they're separated by a couple minutes. Let's take a look down here. Yellow jersey group right here. Rodriguez, 22:57. Ben at 18:41. Okay, so that is 3 minutes. Is he going to hold 3 minutes to finish? Probably not, but he's going to gain some of that back if he can keep this gap. So that's really cool to see there. I wonder if I can just back out of that there, jump back here. This is what I wanted to do. Live tracking. I'm going to go to this map mode again here. Quite sheltered here, so if there is winds out, I don't think they're going to be exposed to it. Maybe when we get more out into the valley system here, because we're still just coming down off the hills here. Okay, catching up, guys. Yep, 25 kilometers. He has more than a 1 minute lead still. It'll be decided once it flattens out, won't it? Yeah, exactly. Either he hits that flat and he just implodes and they catch him. If the chasers don't work together, yeah, they need to work together. One of the things I'm seeing, though, that there's some climbers in there who may not have the oomph at the end of a stage to go all out. Tim Wellens is capable of doing that. Quinn can. I think Vlasov can. Campenarts can. But for some reason, he's still getting away. He's at 128. Let's just see how this evolves. 7 riders chasing him. Yeah, Don got the GRC shirt on. I've gone full rotation. I've got some new jerseys coming. They just haven't arrived yet. I think I've got 9 or 10 jerseys. I've rotated through them all already. This tour just keeps... Nothing stops the tour, guys. Nothing stops it. Just keeps going every day. Uncle Matty? Oh, yes, dude. A Geraint Thomas look should be tried. Massage table reviews. Yes, I like that idea. That's the funniest thing I see every day. I haven't really watched a full one yet, but yeah, he does this podcast, his YouTube podcast, guys, live on camera after the stage, getting a massage. Julius here. Jonas's wife is claiming that flooring task was part of his recovery plan. Could have been worse, almost separated from his wife. Julius almost separated from his wife over wallpapering. Yeah, guys, never do home renovations, home improvements with your spouse. It's just a no-no. You just don't do it. They can do part of it, then you can do part of it. Make sure you're not in the same room. Or just pay someone to do it. Don, Chris Horner has some nice background stuff on his show. He displays his jerseys. Yep, I like what he does. He kind of changes up per day. Yep. Baker Tilly, I don't know who that is, but I have seen him talking about it. They sponsor all his stuff. I love Robert's comment here. Number 1 in the chat today, guys. I love this statement. This is something I would say, Robert. I only use Baker Tilly these days. Next, what do they do make? No idea. I don't know either. I think Baker Tilly is kind of like, is it like a financial investment thing? That's kind of what I'm guessing. I've wondered that myself. But yeah, they're the only ones I use too. I only use Baker Tilly myself too. Robert, thanks for being part of the club. When Poggy sprinted past Jonas in the last meet, stage 14, it was a psychological. Yep. Poggy tried to show Jonas' strength, age, and capabilities. It's just like a warning. You could not beat me. True. Victor driving hard on the front here, guys. He's leading the way of the chasers. We're at 121. It's come down just a little bit here. They're now calling it the group Rodriguez behind. So, yeah, Carlos Rodriguez here. This looks really good for him today. He had a good day yesterday, too. Him and Timon Aaronsman did really good for Ineos Grenadiers yesterday. This guy here is hoping to take time away from Ben Healy. Ben Healy is way back here. Where is he, folks? There he is right there. He's 1841 in 9th place. Rodriguez is 2257 in 10th place. Just over 3 minutes difference. On the road right now, if they stopped it right now, he would take Ben Healy's 9th place. They're separated by 5.5 minutes. Actual race difference is about 3 minutes 10 seconds. He would jump ahead a good minute and a half over top of Ben Healy. So that's why EF is on the front driving right now. Tim here just leveling himself on his Colnago here. Super Aero, looking great in the Belgian jersey. Number 7, UAE, dripping with sweat right now. The chase group has the right numbers. This is from Jeff Lyles has the right number, but they cannot get organized, which means they don't want to do the work. It seems more likely that Wellens might win. Come down to navigating. Yeah, Wellens is flying, guys. Where's Wellens right now? Let's have a quick look. 126, so they pulled it back a bit, then he pulled out again. He is going over a little bump here right away. If you look on the screen here, I'm going to zoom in. It's gonna flatten things. What you can see here, he's still downhill. It just bumps up a tiny bit here, and then down onto the flat here. But 14.5 kilometers to go. I'm looking at this. Probably the last, let's say, 8 kilometers are pretty much flat. That's where we're going to see how strong he is. See if he can hold them off. You know, maybe if we had that, there's the Van Aert groups behind here. Then the Jordan Jagat groups here. I think if all these guys were together chasing, they'd absolutely devour his lead. But it's the 5 behind or the 7 that are behind aren't working well together at this point. I'm going to keep a good eye on it. I'm getting ready to see Quinn Simmons throwing his hands up in the air, asking for people to help. Yeah, sometimes guys do get nervous going through towns, road furniture. Guys like Tim Wellens, though, he's Belgian, rides on like the craziest roads, the hardest crosswinds, the cobbles. They're used to hard riding through town, so I think Tim Wellens has got it no problem going through towns. Could be some of the other riders that struggle with that. Corinne's back. Corinne's back today. Tim has a rear wind almost to the finish. He won't stop. Yeah, let's take a look at the map here. I think it was coming out of the north-northwest, so yeah, he should have a bit of a tailwind now. Rolling into Carcassonne now, guys. Rolling in. Tim getting a bottle on the fly here from his team car. He's spraying water in his face from the bottle, spraying it straight up at his face. There's only one guy in that car. Usually there's a DS in that car. There's just the driver in that car. Baker Tilly looks like it's a human resources consulting firm. Zzz. That's me. That's my sleeping sound for those companies. George Higgs is here. Ben Healy back in the GC group. Ben's currently 9th overall at this moment. So Ben Healy is with all the big brand names. Unfortunately, Carlos Rodriguez is well ahead of him. Carlos Rodriguez right now, third group on the road. He's got about a 5.5 minute lead on the peloton. If they finish the race right now, he would take Ben Healy's 9th place away. Ben would drop to 10th. So we're going to see how that forms. I would imagine the peloton's going to start speeding up the closer we get to the bottom. Wow, guys, there's a bunch of soldiers on the road full camo wearing the white hats. Is that the French Foreign Legion? Is that the French? Are we in the world? Where does the French Foreign Legion hang out? I've seen documentaries. I'm super fascinated by it. But yeah, I can see them in those white, hats with the. I can't see the brim, but I can see the white hats. If you know where the French Foreign Legion is based out of, let me know here. It must be local to this area. There's like tons of them standing on the road cheering. my bike club used to have a different jersey design for each season, so we only had generic shorts with our name on it. I have like 12 shirts. Yeah, I think I'm rocking 9 or 10. Probably almost the same number of bibs. Wellens added 25 seconds to the gap in the last 8 kilometers. Yeah, he's growing it still. Is it 139? Yeah, Tim Wellens is there. It's 140 back to the Rodriguez. Okay, so yeah, they did come back together. So there was 4 or 5 chasing. Now it's 7 chasing. Rodriguez will push hard. Rodriguez wants maximum time today. So he might want to help Simmons pull this guy back. It is only 10 kilometers with a 141 gap. I don't think they can catch him now. They might try. And that really helps Rodriguez out overall in the GC. He could vault up today. Let's see what happens at the end of today here. Okay. Uncle Matty, for the record, I picked the Breakaway to get away and win today. However, I have Woodsy Yates in my Breakaway. I was incorrect for sure. Wallens is a great rider and UAE teammate. That's right. Yeah, I thought today would be a Breakaway as well. And it looks like in the poll, we've got 43% predicted a Breakaway win. That was out of 555 votes. 21% said big sprinters fight, and we still got 6% saying Tatty Day. Did not become a Tatty Day. Okay, stop that. Ruben says, I've turned the live broadcast off. I don't believe what the team is doing is normal. Tim has always been a decent rider, but suddenly is 20% better. Oh, yeah, he's hammer right now. Head down. 9 kilometers to go. I'm slightly delayed here. I'm going to try to speed this up right now. Okay, so I'm at 9.6 kilometers. 9 kilometers over here. So I'm going to see the finish, and I'm going to call it in at the end. I guess I'll be calling in the sprint groups because looks like Tim Wellens is going to cross by himself. Jeff saying is the gendarme. Surfer Dude is a man bun today. You're talking about Quinn Simmons, right? Cool factor just plummeted. Yeah, dude, I'm not into the man bun. Either you keep it short or you let it flow. You just got to let it all flow at the back. I think we're getting a little look at... Is that Vote? Yeah, I think it's Vote Van Aert there. He might be with Matty. I think he's riding with Matty Mahoric. Yeah, we're looking at Vote here right now. Where is he? 2:11 back. It's saying here it's... Okay, I might have mistaken the white jersey. Yeah, that is Romeo Abad. Yvonne Romeo Abad. I saw the white. Movistar, thought Bahrain there for a second. Tim Wellens flying 142. These guys aren't catching him now. They are not catching him. Awesome stuff. So UAE leading the Tour de France, yellow jersey. Poggy, and looks like they're going to get a stage win here again. Awesome. So this is great for Tim. Julius Caesar. Whenever I hear the name Healy, oh, dude, yeah, exactly. Julius Caesar. Whenever I hear the name Healy, I automatically think of Jeff Healy. He was such a gentle, kind, magnificent musician. Yeah, guys, if you don't know who Jeff Healy is, look him up on YouTube today. I've seen some incredible... He's a blind guitarist. I think he's Canadian. I think Jeff Healy's Canadian. Could someone check that for me? He was in a couple of movies. Was he in Roadhouse? I think he was in Roadhouse. So he plays sitting down with his guitar across his lap. And I think I just saw him in some video with like Carlos Santana or something. And like they are like blown away about how good he is. He's passed away, died way too young. But yeah, super talent. Robert, it really is remarkable for how one totally committed rider can drop a group when the group is riding defensively. One's riding to win, those guys riding not to lose. Yeah. I think the only guy that here might be trying to give her is probably Simmons and Rodriguez. I think Rodriguez should be going for everything he can here to make sure he can move up the GC. Guys, there's always other battles here. I'm looking at the Rodriguez group, and it looks like there are a few attacks going off. They're getting restless here. And who's on the front? It's Rodriguez. He has the most to gain here. They've left it too late now. 6.3 kilometers remaining for Wellens. But for Rodriguez, he's not concerned about the win. He wants maximum time. towards the yellow jersey. I want to look at this again here. Let's take a look. You'll see it here. Rodriguez is 3 minutes 16 seconds. Sorry, it's 4 minutes, guys. So yeah, he probably is fighting to get the spot. The next jump up to Johansson's a long way, but he wants to move up. Wallens going through the roundabouts. They're not catching him now. They will not catch him now, guys. Chat time. Wade's cheering for Wallens. Yeah, me too. Anyone on the breakaway. He's got his tongue hanging out now. I think he's getting some severe fatigue now. But 5.4 kilometers to go. 3.2 miles. Rest day tomorrow. Be like a cafe ride tomorrow. Tim Wellens is going to win the stage today, guys. No doubt. Outside of a crash, he's got a 1 minute 51 second gap. Ruben saying by suddenly, Tim Wellens' performance suddenly increases by 20% by joining UAE. Nutrition, bro. Marginal gains. I think Tim Wellens was given the green light to go all out for the stage before the rest day. Yep, me too. I wish Visma could release the leashes on Sepp Kuss and Wout. I think they did with Wout. He's just not up there. Wout is third on road right now with the Movistar rider. Still with Romeo Abad. They're 2 minutes back though. He missed some of those breaks. I think Wout wasn't in the lead group going over the top of the third climb today. And yep, the Jeff Healy band. Roadhouse, I thought you would be bigger. I think I remember that line from the movie. John Wolftyke here. Wolftyke? Is it called Aubagne maybe? France. French Foreign Legion is based. Are we nearby that? Marginal gains, marginal doping. Yeah, possibly. Every ride for me lately has been a cafe ride. Yeah, I'm feeling like this is my cafe ride today. I think I need some rest after this. Get ready for the next family thing. Gotta be on for Granny. It's Joey's mom. Just call her Granny. She's quite kooky at times. Visma concentrating too much on Poggy. That's why they're not securing stages. Yeah, Visma's here to win Tour de France. They should have sent some guys up. I mean, I guess I'm watching Van Aert right now. They've given him a chance to go. He just didn't have it. This is not the same Van Aert as a couple of years ago. I think if Van Aert was the same as a couple of years ago, those stages would have went down different. Robertson hearing lots of ay on Belgian TV. Yeah. Campenart's here. Looks like he's just drifting off the back of the chase group. Guys, 3.4 kilometers to go. We can start celebrating Tim Wellens' victory early today for Belgium and UAE. Wolftyke. Okay, Wolftyke. Got it, dude. Thanks, John. Thanks for being here. Thanks for joining the chat. Joe's asking, where's the chat watching from today? Ruben. When are we riding, Colin? I am back to 2 watts per kilo. Did an hour and a half today. I think I'm probably going to miss today. I mean, I didn't have to start as early today, guys, but my sleep was terrible last night after we got home. I came downstairs right around midnight to get up for just after 4. Oh, Tim's cheering already. The smiles on his face already. 2.8 kilometers to the finish. He knows he's got it. Oh yeah, he's hammering, and the guys behind him are like, they look like they're out for a club ride. They're all sitting upright. Okay, now there's an attack going off. It looks like a post rider's going, picnic rider. Who is the picnic rider? Warren Barguil. Warren's trying to get things going here. But yeah, they're all virtually sitting up on the tops of their handlebars, and Tim is super aerodynamic. Hands just draped over the brake hoods. Looking good on his Colnago here. Get a win at the Tour de France, Tim. Love it. So, Ruben, I'm going to ride tomorrow. And there's a dude that's on here, Ian Holmes. He wants to do his Zwift ride. You can ride 25K free on Zwift, Ruben. Once per month. So if you want to do that, I think I'll do that tomorrow. I'm going to find a short ride on Zwift. I might just ride 25K. Wade's asking where Vanderpool is. He was in part of the initial breakaway today, the group of 8. He has faded back. I'll look for him in a second. Tomorrow's rest day, yep. Jeff here saying under the 3-kilometer banner. How far behind am I, guys? How far behind am I? Well, I'm seeing it says 1.6 kilometers remaining, Jeff here, so must be a bit of delay. I'm seeing go under the 2 here, and over here it's saying 1.4. Horner's knuckleheads from that group of 7 that let Wellens get away. Yeah, that's his knuckleheads for the day. Maybe even my man, Victor Campenarts. One of those. Colnagos, yeah, they're fantastic bikes. And speaking of Victor Campenarts, he's on the attack now out of the group of 7. Quickly gets a gap. Strong time trialist. He's got the aero helmet on. He doesn't care how sweaty he gets. That's why he just shaved his head bald. I think that's a Premier Tech rider chasing him. Who would that be there? Lutsenko. Lutsenko's trying to go with Campenarts here. They want to fight for 2nd and 3rd place. There will be time bonuses at the end, guys. Just smidgens. I think it's 10, 6, 4 seconds. We're in Carcassonne now. Uncle Matty, I had much higher expectations from Wout and Visma. They should have let others have yellow and have all the windbreak till Jonas. Till everyone else is spent by week 3. Yeah, so when Jonas won last time, he had the strongest team. The support riders, Wout himself was just like on fire, could win stages. This year, Wout's just kind of like chilling out further back. Injuries, who knows? Campenarts is pulling away from them. So Campenarts was able to drop everyone out of the group of 7, showing you who's the strongest. I just saw Tim doing some hand slaps going down the road here. 200 meters to go, guys, for Tim Wellens. Congratulations, Tim Wellens, for UAE. Coming to the finish. More hand slaps, maybe. Just focus on winning now. Tim Wellens is the winner of the stage today, guys. Next group coming in here. I want to take a good look at this. I think Victor's away, and it's not going to even show it here. Victor Campenarts has gone on a break. Maybe that's him there. Yeah, that's him solo. He's being chased by the other 6 riders. I think they're going to let him go. Victor's the only one that really wants to work here now. Yeah, really cool seeing Tim finish. Fist pumping like this as he crosses the line. Love it. So yeah, a little bit. Yep, he's doing a lot of hand slapping. So he's crossed the line. I'm a little bit delayed here. Waving to the fans. Awesome. Good stuff. Yeah, Victor's going. Is anyone chasing him? Get over here. Okay, here's Victor Campenarts. He does not have a 132 gap to those guys. He's on a straightaway. I'm looking for them now, coming around the corner here. Remember, delayed. Victor's under a kilometer now, but it is delayed, so we're going to see the finish here. So yes, stage 15 won by Tim Wellens of UAE Team Emirates XRG. Okay. George Higgs here again. Looking forward to Tuesday. I remember Tom Simpson collapsing on the Ventoux. Yeah, I think that was 1967. And the monument's there. We'll probably see the monument going up. Let's see the times here, guys. Oh, look at this. It says Tim Wellens makes Belgium shine on this National Day Eve. So, sounds like to me it's a national holiday. Maybe it's the national celebration of the birthday of Belgium or something tomorrow. Belgian riders, Ruben, let me know. Here, catch this, guys. I'm just going to see this. Okay, yeah, it's just Tim doing his little pre-posed win. They do those before the tour. They usually say do a couple poses in case you win a stage. Well, he got it. At the time doing that, he was probably like, why do I have to do this? Groups coming in, guys. Here we go. Victor survived solo. He should be getting to the finish right now. There's a sprint for the group further back, so those guys are going through now. It seems like my video is ahead of that, the timing. Somehow. Yeah, like they still got Victor out there. With the chasing group, the Rodriguez group coming in next. I'm going to keep a good eye on Rodriguez here in the Ben Healy split. Going back to the Ben Healy split. Rodriguez might steal that spot. And I'm looking right now, EF is driving on the front of the peloton. They're trying to preserve 9th place for Ben Healy. That's what they're working on there, guys. Sometimes you wonder, why is this team attacking? I don't get it. They're trying to defend that position from a rider that finished. Victor doing the green squishy box drink, whatever it is they drink out of those. Seems Visma drinks out of those all the time. Wout's finished now too. Really good celebration for Tim Wellens here. He looks pretty happy. Uncle Matty, great win for Tim Wellens. Another interesting race day. Yeah, guys, every day it's just fascinating to me watching this go down. The entire Carinci and the entire group was mesmerized by Simmons' flowing hair. Someone said he was wearing a man bun today, so his coolness level dropped about 4 rungs. Jay Taylor, who's top 3? Who's the next 3? Oh, excuse me, guys. Had to have that sneeze. Tim Wellens cross first, guys. Let's look at the standings here again. See if I can get to it here. Tim Wellens first. Victor was 1 minute and 28 seconds back. So Victor was pulling back the gap a little bit. It was out to like 150. And he pulled some gap back. Alaphilippe got 3rd. Awesome for Alaphilippe. 4th place went to Wout. And 5th one. So Wout and the other dude they caught on with the remnants of that 7-rider group. Wout got through him. So Wout actually had a really good ride there because he wasn't in that group of 7. He was dangling back the whole time with Yvonne Romeo Abad. So this is where we're at so far today for the stage. Definitely going to stick around to see the Healy finish, just so we can see if he's lost his 9th place. It's like I'm lurking like a vulture, waiting to see that happen. And we'll hang out in the chat here for a little bit more. What time is it, guys? 9:07 in the morning. Bravo, Tim. Great ride. Yeah, awesome ride by Tim Wellens. Congrats, Tim Wellens. He's slapping hands with the spec. Yeah, I saw that, Jay. UAE, they are the dream team this year. John Wolfteich again. What's happening with Vingo? He's sitting in the GC peloton. Actually, I'll bounce back to that, guys. We'll come back here. Actually, I need to get back to it. Come back to the live part here. Smash it into here. Vingegaard. Well, it looks like they're getting to the finish right now. Yeah, the times on the bottom, guys, are not updating. Looking at the stream over here, though, you can see them all coming in right now. It says they are 1 kilometer from the finish here. They've actually probably passed it right now. Looking at the finish, I can see 5-6 Visma riders here. Peloton's really strung out. I think I'm seeing Van der Poel up ahead here finishing. Here's Poggy. On the front, we still have a Uno X rider. We got EF all working together. I think that's Ben Healy in second there right now. That looks like Ben Healy's pedaling style to me. Followed by UAE. They're only 700 meters to finish. Then we're going to see what happens to Ben today. Yeah, I think he lost. I think he's going to lose 9th place to Carlos Rodriguez. We've got Van der Poel here on replay and a picnic rider. So there's about a 3-minute 40-second gap between Carlos Rodriguez and Ben Healy. On the road here, I'm seeing it's 5.5 minutes. It's almost 6 minutes since Wellens finished. I just don't know exactly how far back Rodriguez finished. He finished about 1.5 minutes at least behind. It's going to be very close. Ben's actually on the front, pulling the peloton across here. So Ben's fighting for that position. Let's take a look at this, guys. We're going to look at today's stage. We're going to look at the stage today. That's yesterday. Carcassonne here. Tim Wellens, Campenarts, Alaphilippe, Wout van Aert, Axel Laurence, Alexander Vlasov, Paul. I was expecting something a lot more different than that. Okay, Paul, we don't want to do that. We want to do this. Michael Valgren in 9th. 10th place is Valentin Madouas. So I haven't seen Rodriguez finish yet, but he's going to be in this group. Looks like Rodriguez is going to be a 136 back. I think Rodriguez just moved up. So that's a good day for Ineos right here. I haven't seen his number yet. There he is. He finished 19th overall, 136 back. So there was a big group of riders. I saw them come sprinting in with Wout leading the way. And if you look here quickly, Healy won't be showing up for quite a while. So I think what we need to do now is go to the general ranking and see how much things have changed. What do you guys think? My prediction is Carlos Rodriguez just jumped ahead of Ben Healy in the GC. This is stage 15, 2025 Tour de France. We're in Carcassonne. Let's roll on down, guys. GC standings here. Taddy, Jonas. Okay, they're only showing us 3 riders. Hopefully that refreshes. I'll catch up in the chat. Guys, I hope everyone has a good day today. Please join again on Tuesday. Yeah, Jonas would have finished fine there in the peloton. Yeah, Robert, all kinds of emotions in that Wellens victory. So yeah, he was pretty pumped up. And again, I think there's a national holiday, or it's kind of like Canada Day here, or July 4th in the States. I think that's going on in Belgium tomorrow. I don't know what they call it. Maybe it's called Belgian Day. Tomorrow, Tim Wellens Day. Wade saying UAE knows how to scout talent. Okay, guys, finally the GC showing up here. Top 10, I believe. And it happened. Take a look at the bottom of the screen here. Hope you guys are seeing what I'm seeing. Yes, you are. Taddy going up to the yellow bus area, probably for a little urine sample, I would imagine. But if you take a look here, you can see now. Look at this. Carlos Rodriguez for Ineos Grenadiers has now vaulted ahead of Ben Healy. And he had to work hard for it because it was quite a big gap. It was over 4 minutes between the two of them. I think it was like 4 minutes, 10 seconds. He's now, looks like 25 seconds or 15. It's 15 seconds ahead of Ben Healy. So that's going to be a cool battle to watch for the rest of the week coming up. Both are good climbers. Guys, if this part you think is over at the top here, Jonas and Poggi, take a look at some of these battles here. There's a 15-second gap here. These two teams are going to fight all the way to the finish now. Tobias still sitting in 8th place. Felix Gall in 7th. Primoz in 6th. Kevin Vauquelin remains in 5th. Only in 4th place. So good. He's just over a minute and a half behind Lipowitz, so they're going to have to really protect that from Oscar only. Actually, Vauquelin and Primoz are very close together too. There's only 33 seconds between Felix Gall and Johansson. Guys, they're going to be fighting all the way through the mountains coming up. Jeff saying we've never seen a winner embrace all the fans like they. Yeah, once in a while you do see it, but yeah, he's pretty pumped up for this win here. Yeah, he's very excited about this. And as someone said earlier, he's pretty emotional about it too. Okay, yeah, Uncle Matty, this race must drain every emotion. Oh, totally. I bet you that they must have a team of like psychological experts to keep them motivated from crumbling when they feel bad. The pep talks. Robert, thank you for hosting, Colin. Got an hour before the Giants get whooped by your Blue Jays again. Time to get a ride in. Hey, Robert, dude, thank you for being number 1 in the chat today. And everyone that contributed today, thank you so much. I know Robert did. I can't even see where all those people are right now. I don't know how to do that. How do I do that, guys? I'm just trying to have a look here. But Robert, you're number 1 in the chat today. Neil Rushby's up there too. Andrew here. It's kind of funny. When I come back into this, I see different names. So I'm going to mistake people's names here, guys. Like, I'm seeing a list here of like your standings with your XP you earn. It resets every day. It's just a fun little thing to do. Some of your names there are different than your names in real life. So I've lost track of everyone. Guys, anyone who went above and beyond to help the channel out, super appreciative of it. And I love everyone being here. jumping into the chat. We still got 247 people here. Poggy was 33rd today. Thank you, Wade. Jeff saying an important victory for Waffles, Windmills, and Dykes. Yes. Robert's gonna go watch a nice baseball game today. That sounds relaxing to me today. June, thank you for another wonderful commentating and stream. See you Tuesday. Good night from the Philippines. June, take it easy, dude. We'll catch you early Tuesday morning. That's your evening. We'll see you then. Chris here in Japan. Thanks, mate. After midnight here in Japan. Dude, so glad you hung out all the way. Checking out Get Those Z's in, bro. We'll see you on Tuesday. We are going up the Mont Ventoux. Fireworks time, baby. And don't forget, it's not just fireworks for Taddy and Jonas. We got a battle brewing here for Red Bull. We got another battle brewing between Arkea B&B and Red Bull. Felix Gall, Decathlon. One of the lower budget teams is in 7th place. Tobias Johansson, a Pro Series team, is only 33 seconds behind him. Ineos, they're not the same Ineos. They got a 9th place rider who's just sitting ahead of Ben Healy right now. Dawn's asking here, which job is worse, driving the broom car or driving the semi-truck full of urine samples from the riders? Yeah, I know, right? Bruce Schwit here saying, thanks, Colin, rock on. Yeah, guys, thanks so much for being here. Guys, I'm going to probably just vanish today. Got lots to do. Appreciate everyone being here. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. And guys, I see the light at the end of the tunnel. I see it. I see it now. Where the channel's going, what we can do going forward, how I can make it better, and you guys are all part of that. So thank you so much for being here. I'm going to jump. I got animals to feed. And